It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard. You liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him.
It really boils down to our ability to accept. We don't need pessimism.
What he means by pessimism is resistance. And that's what COINTELPRO was all about, stopping the resistance.
I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change.
We hide it in plain sight. One of Plato's greatest works was the allegory of the cave. I feel in order to understand the political matrix, we need only to look into this allegory. We first have to open our minds to the possibility everything is not as it seems, that things we've always known to be truth may be lies. For if we can't perceive the lies we've ingested, we can't see the bars on our mental conditioning. For that is how you walk out of the cave and see the political matrix. Hello. How is everyone doing tonight? We have an interesting show. Got a couple of things we definitely want to talk about. Of course, there's a lot more than I was able to put in the thumbnail or the title, and we'll get into those things. But first, I want to say, hopefully, you guys are all doing well. I'm definitely excited about this weekend. Definitely excited to talk to you all. Also, I want to put this out early, and I'll probably mention this again definitely later on, especially since I see our friend Warren in the chat. We will be doing a special show on Tuesday. Also, I want to, I don't know if I should talk about this or not, but I just want to say to our friend Lainey Peterson, for those of you guys who know her, for those who don't know her, if you're a prayer, if prayer is in what you do, make sure you guys put your prayers out to her in the trying time that she has going on right now. And if you're not a person who prays, maybe just, your well wishes, whatever, just kind of keep her in your heart right now for definitely a trying time that she's going through. And I try to, outside of here, hopefully be able to, I'll probably try to reach out to her if it's not too late today, sometime tomorrow, and check on her. But that said, again, definitely heart out to her. I don't want to go into too much detail. I'll just say, for those who pray, keep her in your prayers. Thank you, babe. She definitely needs it. So for the show though that we're working on, it'll be Tuesday at I think I said it'll be 8:15 Central Time. So it'll be or I think 8:30 8:30 Central Time, 6:30 Pacific, and 9:30 Eastern. And in that show, we got a lot of crazy stuff to talk about. It's not something that I typically talk about on this channel, but I think it is something to talk about and kind of really extrapolate through a couple of different things. It is going to be on people who commit. I don't care about trying to get past some kind of censors or whatever. So I'm just going to say it direct. We're going to talk about mass killers. And I felt like for a topic like that, I need to at least just be able to speak freely and explain it. And we want to go through some of the psychology, some of the warning signs, some of the correlation, maybe even causation between school shooters, mass shooters, serial killers. And also, I will wrap that up into a synopsis of where I feel these things all have a through line, things for us to pay attention to make us definitely a safer society. I've definitely I went down a rabbit hole of late of different things. And for me, it's always just to try to understand, you know, it's not that I can ever put myself in the shoes of, because I was bullied or picked on, I feel the need to go out and do such horrific things some of these people did. But I'm trying to at least understand, to see signs, so that maybe if I or you guys out there see somebody within your circles or hear about somebody within your circles, that you can pay attention to some of these things, whereas there might be a cry for help that we're missing. And perfect example, I saw a Preach and ABBA video, and this one, it was titled "I'm a Loser." And the guy is talking about how he's doing all right financially. He's kind of struggling in the friend area. And also he struggles meeting women. And he just kind of accepted that in the category of dating and friends and socializing, he's just going to be a loser. And no need for him to even try to reach out to friends and things like that. And some of that isolation leads people to very dark places. And so that's kind of some of the stuff that I plan on getting into Tuesday when we talk about that. So hopefully you guys tune in. Hopefully it's edifying. Hopefully if there's anybody that you know out there who are, exhibiting any of these types of signs, that we can try to, be compassionate and reach out to them, be an ear, be a voice, and open up our hearts to people who may have things going on that we may not understand. So that's what I want to do. Shout out to, I see, Nina's in the building. I see Atris is in the building. Oh yeah, I was going to bring that up about the flotilla. That the flotilla was intercepted, of course, by the IDF. There are a handful of people who have went over there, who were part of the flotilla, that are now in Israeli custody. Hopefully they all make it out okay. But that situation is dire. I mean, my heart goes out to, and compassion goes out to people who are trying. I can't fault anybody for trying in that situation, especially with how horrific things are. But from my perspective, all I can do is speak on my behalf and the way I view things. And like I say, on some things, you guys are not going to agree with me. Everything I'm definitely not going to be right on. All I can do is just speak my perspective. And whether right or wrong, the perspective that I've come to is that the power that Israel has over the first world nations. Now, some people may say, oh, well, no, it's just an extension of the U.S. war power. Well, it don't look like an extension when they do anything that they ask, and they let them get away with everything. It's almost like a parent who has a bratty child who they're refused to chastise, refuse to discipline, and then eventually that child grows up and they become more powerful than the parent. And as I see it, there is no nation out there which is brave enough to stand up against the U.S. And some people will say, well, how can a little country like Israel have so much power and sway over America? You don't have to look at it in the way of this little small country versus this big country. They have this much money, they have that much money. All you got to do is get certain people who are in positions of power, either who are already on your side, can be compromised, willful ignorance, or have some kind of corruption or way to control them. And so if you can just control a couple of different things, it doesn't have to be a full-on control or anything like that. It's not that hard to be able to apply pressure to key positions to get the desired result that you need. So that whole mindset of it's Israel is the extension. They're the ones who are, you know, begging for permission. They're not the ones who are dictating actions. I think it's false understanding of what's going on. And I just realized that there's not going to be anything that's going to come from the first world nations that's going to stop this. I see the only thing that could make them stop anything is Israel's response to force. And so they'll have to face that level of force applied back on them, or have to be some kind of threat of their whole little nation state colony project collapsing. Because there's definitely not a will in the US government or in the British government or Canadian government or any of these first world governments that's going to stop them. I don't care who you put in power. It's not going to change. So there was my little tangent there on that situation. And of course, we're going to talk more about some of those things as we get a little further along, especially talking about the TikTok ban. Well, not ban, but soft ban on certain things and a scrubbing of a bunch of things that I see coming in the near future. Of course, I do want to talk about the Trump and Hegseth speech to the generals. We'll talk a little bit about the government shutdown. And of course, I always say, you know, the heart and fun of the show is in that one little word, more, the and more section. And so who knows what will come up, but hopefully you guys stay tuned throughout. Get the bag. Various gleeful. They did Greta bad. What did they do exactly to Greta? Let me see. Let me see if I can look up Greta and see what happened to her so far. I know that she was being held. Oh, they cut her hair? She's only 4'11"? Good Lord. I don't know that. All right, let's see. Okay, this is from 10 hours ago. Let me read what it says here. Israel accused of detaining Greta Thunberg and making her hold flags. Activist tells Swedish officials she is being subjected to harsh treatment, including insufficient food and water. That doesn't surprise me. The environmental campaigner Greta Thunberg has told Swedish officials she is being subjected to harsh treatment in Israeli custody after detention and removal from a flotilla carrying aid to Gaza, according to correspondence seen by The Guardian. According to the correspondence, Israeli forces are also reported by other detainees to have taken photos where Thunberg was allegedly forced to hold flags. The identity of the flags are unknown, and an email sent by the Swedish Foreign Ministry to people close to Thunberg and seen by The Guardian, an official who has visited the activist in prison, said she claims she was detained in a cell infested with bed bugs with too little food and water. The embassy has been able to meet with Greta, reads the email. She informed of dehydration. She has received insufficient amounts of both water and food. She also stated that she had developed rashes, which she suspects are caused by the bed bugs. She spoke of harsh treatment and said she had been sitting for long periods on hard surfaces. Yeah, trying to remember. There's a couple of people over there. One of them that I follow, a veteran. I'm blanking on his name. I think it's Greg. So you got a U.S. veteran who is over there right now. Why come I can't remember his name? Let's see if I can find it. Let's see, U.S. veteran. Let me just see. U.S. veteran held in Israel. Let's see if I can find his name. So I guess I got a list here. We have Philip Tottingham, Marine veteran from Ohio. Zuleika, I don't even know how to Zuleika Morales Rivera, Marine veteran from New York. Jessica K. Clotfelter, Marine veteran from Illinois. Susan Jernstedt, Army veteran from West Virginia. Oh, that's my guy I'm talking about. Greg Stoker, Army veteran and former Army Ranger from Texas. They're all being held. Interception of the Global Fund SMUD flotilla. The flotilla, sorry, getting a little tongue-tied. The flotilla, which included approximately 450 international activists, set sail in late August 2025 and was intercepted by the Israeli Navy on October 1st, 2025 in international waters as it approached Gaza. The activist goal was to deliver humanitarian aid, including food and medical supplies to Gaza. Israeli authorities boarded and seized the vessels, detaining all those on board. Israel's foreign ministry stated that the flotilla was headed towards an active combat zone and violating a lawful naval blockade. It also offered to transfer aid to Gaza through other channels. Other participants in the flotilla, including activist Greta Thunberg, have alleged mistreatment by Israeli forces while in detention. Additional U.S. Citizen detention and separate incident in October 2024. Oh, okay, that's a different one. But yeah, that's who I was trying to remember. Greg Stoker, which he's covered a lot of the stuff on his channel as he's on his way there. I give him credit for what they're doing. It takes a lot of spying. It takes a lot of courage and determination. And I mean, the only problem is I feel sadly, I don't think it's going to change anything. I think the powers that be are too married to what they plan on doing and too married to what they plan to let Israel do. And in lieu of any other superpowers getting involved, say a China, Russia, I don't see anything stopping unless there is a kickoff to war again, which that is something that we may be sitting on the precipice of a second Israel Iran type situation. We do know that obviously the anniversary, October 7th, is right around the corner. So I wonder if it's a possibility we may see something like that or some kind of mass upstaging and violence coming soon in Gaza. So I don't know. It's a dire situation. And they're going to let it run its course. So I hate to sound pessimistic. I hate that some people will see me as, oh, well, you're just giving up or you don't care. It's not that I don't care. I just feel it's like if an ant is coming towards you, an ant doesn't have any power to stop you from stomping on it. And that's how I see us in the grand scheme of things against the powers that be who are trying to do this. We're ants in the grand scheme of things. Maybe I'm just too pessimistic in the way I see it, but when you look through history and you watch atrocity through atrocity happen, as millions of people throughout time have tried to stop these different things to no avail. I don't know how all of a sudden why I think any other protest, no matter how well-meaning, how, noble it is, I don't know why I would think it would be any different. You can always hope. Nothing wrong with hoping. Nothing at all. Just I've gotten to a point where I look at this in a situation of 1 + 1 = 2. And I can't make, I mean, I said 1, yeah, 1 + 1 = 2. I can't make 1 + 1 11. As much as I may want to make it 11. Or to throw a little joke in there to make it lighter, can't make 11 1E1. And I tell you, it doesn't give me any kind of great feeling to say that and to come across and so-called be like, I remember another content creator claimed that we were black-pilled over here. And it's like, I don't consider myself black-pilled. I just don't believe, I believe that in a society where there's a great design, where I believe there's a great design, intelligent design, I also believe in destination. I believe that things are on a course, and we're all playing a role in a play that we don't know that's going on, and we have no power over changing the script. So I'll leave it there. I won't go on any more tangents. Let me go a shout out to some more of the chat who I see have come in since I've been running my little rants. I see also Chris H has hopped in the building. Abundance Protocol, Game.film, Rick Solis, glad to see you here, my friends. I see Wesley's in the building also. What's up, Wesley? And you know, like I said, I don't try to be the bearer of bad news. I always pray and hope that things will always go in the positive direction. But it is what it is, and we move on to my next topic. As we've seen, there's been some big news, and I kind of had a feeling I had a feeling something was gonna happen, especially with the pathway that I've been going down, studying all these kind of mass shooters and stuff like this, and I'll also on Tuesday when we do that special, I'll break into different categories because I kind of see certain categories some of these people fit in. They can fit into a handful of categories, but we did have two. What was it? Two synagogue attacks. There was one in California that didn't get as much attention. Nobody was harmed, as far as I know of. I think they just ran the car into the side of the building. And then there was also, let me see if I have it up. So, yeah, I definitely was worried that we might have had another situation that happened like in 2019. So I'll read a little bit about this one, and then I will go into detail about the one which happened. I guess I could put this on the screen. I'll go into detail about what happened in 2019 to kind of remind people in case they forgot about what happened then. And this is, I can't fully agree with you. You said, I guess you pronounce it Yahuwah. Oh no, you probably must read the Sefer then. Notice most people who read the Sefer, they refer to him as Yahuwah. But anyway, but Yahuwah gave Cain a chance. Cain chose what he chose, but he had a chance. One of the reasons we're still here is because of I don't. But that's the thing. I believe. No, that's right. I'm not going to go into what I believe. I'm not going to turn this into a theological show. But well, I guess I can go into that real quick. I believe that we do have a choice. We have the illusion of choice. We believe we're making a choice, but this is already preordained because it already says the end was written from the beginning. So if the end is already written from the beginning, everything that we do is already pre-written. Therefore, we don't have a choice. We just go through the motions and believe we have a choice. That's why I say the illusion of choice. But anyway, back to the whole synagogue. Oh, I guess since I'm talking about synagogue, I can talk about that too. But let's pull it up. Is this the right one? Yeah. Every time I do that, it does this. Let's go with later. Close. All right. What to know about the attack at a synagogue in England on Yom Kippur? There's a rooms on the screen. Let's see. An assailant rammed a car into people at a synagogue in northwest England and then attacked with a knife in what authorities have called a terrorist assault that left 2 people dead and 3 seriously wounded. Police fatally shot the suspect in the attack early at Heaton Park Hebrew Congregation Synagogue in Manchester on Yom Kippur, the holiest day of the Jewish year, which once again was observed amid high tensions over the conflict. Whatever. But that's what happened in that one. Let me hop back over here because I think I heard Till in the building. Yes, Till is in the building, so I'll go ahead and bring her up to the stage. All right,
y'all?
what's up, Till? All right. So I kind of went into that attack real quick, and I kind of was already on edge, wondering, okay, what are we about to have happen? Because one of the last more significant synagogue attacks that I remember happening. I'm going to read a little bit of it. Actually, let me actually put it first. This is one that I was like, is that about this gonna happen? This one right here. And I remember when it happened, it was a big deal. And like I've kind of went into researching this, and this falls under the category, one of the categories of these mass shooters of a white supremacist. That is one of the major categories of mass shooters. So, California man gets licensed for fatal 2019 synagogue attack near San Diego. An agreement with prosecutors spared John T. Ernest the death penalty in the Passover shooting at Kabod Poway, which killed 1 person and injured 3 others. This young man, when you get into his research, which I'm pretty sure once they release more information about the attacker and the one in London, guarantee you're gonna find out that this guy had some kind of beliefs that are not uncommon, especially right now. And this is something that he was called on to do. So, and then there was another one that's even a worse attack than this one in 2019 with him. But I digress. Let's hop back over and welcome Till in officially and get her in the conversation. Till, how are we doing?
Not bad, not bad. The world's going to shit, but I mean, you know it.
Yeah, I forgot. In busy trying to get everything going on the show for Tuesday. I don't know how is your schedule on Tuesday? If you wanted to swing by too for the special show we're doing.
Tuesday.
If you can't make it, it's all right. I mean,
I can't. I can't. I don't know. Oh, no, I think I should be able to do it Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll send you over some of the stuff that I've been looking at. And I'll reiterate again. Like I said at the beginning of the show, I'll probably reiterate a couple of times because I kind of want people to really check this out. This isn't typically something that we do on this show where we're going to concentrate on one topic overall. I guess it's multiple topics rolled into one. But we are going to be looking at mass shooters, serial killers, and I think I'm going to tie a lot of that in together with some of the writings of the Unabomber. So make sure you guys come and check that out. And it'll be a little late on your end. It'll be 9:30 on Tuesday.
Oh,
If you
that's
can make
fine.
it.
No, that's fine. The later the better.
Okay, cool. And I'll start working on getting it together, and I'll send you some of the stuff that I've kind of been looking at if you want to peek at it, or if you already got stuff on your own
Hell
mind.
yeah, because I mean, shit, I
That's
love me
fine.
some serial killer shit.
I was like, I don't ever want to try to tell everybody, well, this is what I'm looking at, so you guys no. I know all of y'all do your own research but if you guys want me to share what I'm looking at, then that's cool. We compare notes and all that. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. And also, we're not just going to talk about it like straight. Of course, we will throw in if there are, so-called conspiracy theories and things like that. Of course, got to be delicate with what happened after Alex Jones. But I do definitely want to talk about a bunch of different ones. And at the same time, this is one thing I will say. I've kind of, on some of these things, changed from being so anti-listening to the official narrative on some of this stuff because, like, I'll give you an example. What's his name? Adam Lanza, for instance. Like, I remember hearing Redacted saying, the tie which you see with all of these mass shooters is, they were all prescribed medication. And it's like, but what you're not saying is they exhibited a whole bunch of different things going on long before medication got involved in this. Some of them, like this kid, Adam Lanza, was having, like, he was diagnosed with autism and Asperger's and all that at like 7-8 years old. He was going back and forth with therapists and freaking out and having all kind of stuff like virtually his whole life. So you can't, it's hard for me when you take somebody who's exhibited all of these different behaviors and stresses and forms of psychosis and repeatedly putting out that they wanted to harm people. I mean, this kid in 3rd grade wrote a little mini book about like a grandma going on a kill spree. Very vivid and graphically. And so if that's already in your mind at 3rd grade, was at 9 years old, it's hard for me. It's hard for me to say, oh yeah. It was actually the medicine that he started getting at 15 is what messed him up. Nah, this kid was having some issues before all that. So I'm kind of impressed with the audience because I put it out a little bit late. My apologies. And everybody still came through, so I appreciate it. But I don't know. I've talked a whole lot too. What is some of your thoughts on all this that I've been saying? Because I talked about the 2 synagogue attacks. One, somebody just ran their vehicle into it. The one in the UK was similar. He ran his vehicle in, but he actually stabbed 2 people. Police officers actually admitted that in shooting him, they accidentally shot 2 other people also. And then I brought up the 2019 attack, and then there's also the other attack that happened over in Philly. So I don't know. I'm all over the place. So I'll let you take the floor.
Well, I had a feeling we were gonna have an uptick in synagogue attacks. Listen. The apple juice has got a lot going on this week. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot going on with the apple juices right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know Yom Kippur's coming. Passover is going to be here soon. We got a nice little section of time between now and like the beginning spring section, well, the spring equinox or whatever, that are a lot of like Jewish holidays anyway. So they're just going to uptick. I just feel an uptick is coming anyway for them to be fucked with. When Why not? They got to give up a good case for them to be like, please, look, they're mean. They're mean to us. You know what I'm saying? So, it sucks to suck right now. Everybody's not too happy with what's going on with them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I can't call. I'm trying my best to like be sad about things, but dog, is it part of the agenda? Is it part of the TV show we're in? I can't believe anything. I feel bad. I feel like I'm in like trauma psychosis based off of like what the fuck is going on in the world. Does that make sense, Marcus?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Like for instance, when you said, T, what do you want to talk about this week? And I just came back to back to back
Mm-hmm.
to back to back. I'm like, bro, you know that's just this week, right?
Yeah.
That's just this week. It's so sick. I don't even know what like. I really had to sit back and think about it. And I'm like, damn, is it the fact that I want to talk about these topics to bring light to it? Am I just using these as like, these are the traumatic events that stuck out to me this week? It's it's a lot.
Yeah. I
And it's
mean,
all the apple juice's fault. No, I'm playing. 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 Or am I?
at least it's a little bit. I mean, somebody said something about chickens coming home to roost and stuff. But
That's what Malcolm X said. Just saying. He never lied, in my opinion.
and for y'all that don't know, a lot of times I'll kind of curate a lot of the show. I already have most of the stuff in mind, but occasionally, like, Till will just. Sometimes it's a show where no, boom, she topic, and this is one of those shows because it was just so much, and there's so much on people's mind. Now, I have like 3 different hats I put on for why I see things happening, and and what's playing out. Ultimately, if you want to go all the way to the top, because you can go through the middle management of my thought process, or you can go straight up to the top. I believe that all of this is, like I said earlier, this is a giant script that we're all in. And, just like any kind of good drama that you watch on TV, you don't know what's coming next. And a lot of times, in order to keep you into that drama, the stakes are always increased. The danger level always increases. And with the situations that have been going on, especially like we talked about the flotilla a little bit earlier, with stuff like that going on, and what people have been watching just in mass that's been happening in Israel, with a feeling that there's not anything they can do. I mean, the flotilla, that's peaceful. That's what these people are trying to do something. And if you take away even something like that from them able to do, if you take away people being able to try to, send food or food bank, or some of these people who go over there and feel like, I'm going to try to help over there, and then see how crazy Israel actually is and how they run things. Unfortunately, you're going to make people feel like they only got one choice in doing it. And if they feel like boycotting ain't gonna work, what else do they have? Now, even if they still go to that, I'm not saying, yeah, green light, go, do what you need to do. I'm not saying that, so don't put that in. Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
Don't put that voodoo on me.
But I'm just saying, when you get people frustrated, pissed off, angry, and push them into a corner, you're limiting their reactions, and you're almost asking for them to do something. And many of us have said, along with this whole Israel-Gaza thing, or Israel-Palestine just in general, you're going to push people to, it's going to push for a more dangerous world for Jewish people worldwide. Whether they got anything to do with it or not, you're going to start making it to a situation where you're making all of them unsafe, not just the Zionists. You're going to have people who are non-Zionists who completely hate the Israel project. You're going to have Jewish people who have nothing to do with none of that. They're like, I just want to go to synagogue. Excuse me.
Get it together.
Yes, excuse me. You're gonna have some people who are like, you know what? Tired of what y'all are doing, and so you're gonna have Jewish people who have nothing to do with nothing, and because of the acts of Israel, you're making their lives unsafe. Not for me. Just gotta put that out there. I ain't doing nothing. But part of my training in the military is dealing with threat assessment, and if I see this and this and this, it only makes sense that it's going to bring these types of consequences. So keep operating the way you want to, Israel and Zionists. I mean, who am I to try to warn you of the crazies you might bring back in retaliation? Say your mama lived over there? Oh, Lord.
So, since you're saying that about, you know what I'm saying, apple juices, I need to find it. Is it true that Korea was like, we're gonna ban Zionists? See, you look at you. You got it. Don't stop yawning.
I saw something like that. Old man Barker. What's well, you said Korea to ban Zionists?
Yeah, North Korea has enacted a law making it a capital offense to promote Zionism.
Oh, North Korea. Oh, yeah. I was just trying to see, was that North Korea or South Korea? Because North Korea ain't on them games at all.
North Korea said it's a death penalty. Your ass will get yoked up, chopped up, and knocked out. They're going to 86 you. Take you right back. You going to see Jesus. Promise you that.
Well, you're going to hope to. You might get stuck in the lobby. Get told
or the staircase.
Your reservations have been canceled. Here, go catch this trap door over here. Let's see where that goes.
Not the banana in the tailpipe trick.
Mm-hmm. Not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So North Korea out here saying, don't do that. Don't bring that shit over here, Ricky Bobby. Which is crazy. First off, it's crazy as hell.
Well, here, I got to respond to this, Abundance. Abundance says, what's next level is they want as many crazy as they can create. That's the point. Apple juices want the whole world against them. Yes, they do, but at the same time, they truly believe that God is going to protect them from everything. And so when you put it in your head, I can do no wrong, and no matter what I do, God is going to protect me. I mean, that's the same thing as like one of them rich kids who daddy's going to bail them out. I don't care if I plowed into the 25 people while I was drunk. Dad'll get me out of this. And it's going to come to a point where dad can only do so much. I mean,
Daddy.
Well, I guess.
$2 million.
Well, I mean, I guess you can kind of milk it out and abstain from punishment. I mean, look at Trump. Some people will get away with it.
Daddy, I need $2 million. Stupid shit. So yeah, I don't know. It's to a point right now where I see the memes and the memes make me giggle because it hits you with the thing where it goes, Korea's like, yeah, don't say that. We don't care about no apple juices. Cool. And then it's like, it was never China and Russia we needed to worry about. You seen those memes?
Yeah.
Damn. It was never China and Russia. Granted, I knew it was never them. They won't never bother. There's no way. Fucking Putin was over here with his hands up like, why are y'all fucking with me? I'm just immortal. I'm just an immortal vampire hanging out in Russia. Killing Ukraine.
Yonina, what do you mean?
Speaking of, oh, sorry, Yonina. But back to that. What happened in Ukraine, bro? When the fuck did we switch the story? When did the fucking story get switched? Did nobody pay attention to that? Am I the only one that's over here like, wait a minute?
Well, there was kind of going back and forth, but it's kind of like it's kind of like they was watching the game, right?
And we were
And
going through 2 different channels, and we
they
forgot
had
to go
two
back to
games. They
CBS.
kept going back over channels, and like, you know what? I like this game better. I don't care about that game.
Yeah, yeah,
They just kicking
that
field
Oregon
goals.
game. Yeah, that Oregon game kind of weak. You know what I'm saying? They've been tied up in overtime the last 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, sir. Nah, sir. That's crazy.
I know they getting washed away. I'm telling you, man. I thought at some point we would see where Ukraine would kind of say, all right. This is getting dangerous. Like, we might literally lose half of our country. And I thought at some point they'd be like, all right, all right, uncle, all right, this hurts too much. Stop. But nah, I mean, they might go to a point where they lose damn near the whole country before they finally, wake up to, oh crap, we can't win this.
Who? Ukraine?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody gives a fuck about them right now.
Only Europe. See, honestly, Europe don't. Well, let me rephrase that. You're right. Nobody do. It's not that they care about them. It's that they think that they can still keep using them as a proxy to hurt Russia.
Yeah, all right. Nobody gives a fuck about y'all like that.
Yeah, I mean,
we over here with Palestine and Israel in the apple juice, because the apple juice people, they welling right now, and nobody's paying attention. We'll get back to you in a second, Ukraine.
Well, the difference is everybody, and I heard a lot of people say, well, why is everybody always focused on what Israel does? Because Israel's one of the few countries that I feel like can literally kick off World War III. That little ass country can be the one who starts it all, I think that cooler heads prevail in some of these other situations because, yeah, some of these world leaders are gamblers, and they'll be like, I bet I could steal this shit over here, and nobody will catch me. Israel's like, I'm just going to pick it up, and I dare you to do anything about it. That person is always far more dangerous and is going to cause more problems because they legitimately believe you can't do anything to them, that there are no consequences for their action. And what happens is, like a lot of Hebrew Israelites will call it like a sin credit card. It's like they just keep running their sin credit card up. They like, I got the black card of sin. I could just keep maxing this motherfucker. I can just keep adding as much sin on this bitch as I want to. I'll never have to pay it. But one day they're gonna have to pay that bill. Hopefully y'all get what I'm putting down. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down. One day you got.
We shouldn't have been on. They got us by the balls, y'all. Between the cell phones, the apps, they got us by the nuts. Okay, that's the other thing.
Abundance, you like that? Sin credit card? See, the problem is how the book says when you beloved a guy, he don't let you get away with too much. It might not even be some major thing. You might have been floating on cloud nine. You do a couple dirty little things to somebody. Next thing you know, you got a nail in your tire. You're like, God damn, you got money for them new fucking tires? Well.
And you late for work, and it's your third strike, and you about to get fired.
Uh-huh. See, you get your consequences quick. Because your limit on your sin credit card ain't that high. You go over $300 and you getting phone calls. While this motherfucker over here taking his sin credit card up to the billions. So, I don't know. I didn't coin the phrase, but feel free to use it. Yeah, I know, Yonita. We talking about I know what you're talking about, the real ones, but that's a whole nother conversation. Right now, we talking about what I would call the Herodians. See how many of y'all digging y'all Bibles enough to know what I'm talking about when I say the Herodians.
No, that sounds like a whole new people that they sound like giants. Who the fuck is that?
Well, Herod was the king of Israel at the time when the Romans were in power during the time of Christ. So, I know you know what I'm saying, Yonina. You got to be steeped to know the different layers and levels I just laid on top for that one. But, I don't know. If y'all want me to explain it, remind me towards the end of the show and I'll go into it. Oh, I was like, maybe I'll put it in private chat for Teal so she'll know what I'm talking about. Here we go. This is what I'll give it to you, Teal.
Oh, I don't know shit about no Neronians. Neronians.
Neronians.
I don't know nothing about them. But what I do know is, did you get that link that I sent you about that dude that killed his parents and then lied about it?
Yes, I saw that in an interview.
This motherfucker is crazy crazy.
Let me find that link and put it up. Duh,
And if they let you play the little the listen to this article thing, do that because I'd rather not read it. But just hearing how this motherfucker was just like, yeah, I just did that. I just killed my parents. Shit crazy. And then just started some anti-Semitic ass manifesto.
He had a manifesto too?
Yeah, he had a manifesto about killing his parents, and he was like, fuck the apple juices, they suck.
What?
Yes. He has a weird ass manifesto
that's
anti-Semitic.
I saw the story. I'm here. I'm going through your texts. Yeah. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna send this to myself real quick. That way I can put it on.
I didn't mean to put a heart on it. I tried to copy this bitch. Maybe I was trying to send it to you on Instagram. Maybe.
Oh shoot! We can listen to the article. 7 minutes.
Yeah. 7 minutes. If you can play it so we can hear it real quick. Yeah, play that shit because First off, I want to just throw out the fact that there's a point in life where these niggas ruin everything. Y'all gonna be like, who? And I'm gonna say the apple juices. The apple juices ruin everything.
Oh, wait a minute. I just saw his name. Lorenzo Krauss.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, or sorry, Lorenz Krauss. Wow, my queen tried to bring up Lorenzo Lamas. No, we are not talking the Renegade. No, see, I don't know how many people old enough to remember the Renegade. Indicted. He looked crazy though. He looked real crazy.
He killed his parents, hid their bodies in the backyard.
Is that the video? I think that's the video. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Hold on. Because I mean, man, some of these people, and we're living in a crazy world right now. We're living in a crazy time. Here we go. Oh, no, that ain't what the hell. So like she about to do slam poetry. No, not her. Or maybe this is a commercial. All right, screw that. Let me get back up.
I was gonna say it's not gonna play.
There's crazy ass is. Hold on. I'm about to play it now. I just wanted to get his face on the screen.
His parents disappeared. In a TV studio, he confessed to killing them. This article is by Maya Coleman and read by an automated voice. For 8 minutes, Lorenz Krauss sat in a tan armchair inside an Albany, New York, television station's news studio, parrying questions about the fate of his parents after the police had found 2 bodies buried in their backyard the day before. He awkwardly, no visible socks. The reporter pressed him. Then words tumbled from his mouth. When your parents died, did they know what was happening to them? Asked the interviewer, Greg Floyd of WRGB, a CBS affiliate. Oh yeah. And they knew it was at your hand? Well, yes, no one else's. Mr. Krause had come to the station Thursday evening to tell his version of events, days after officers, who had been investigating Social Security fraud, discovered the bodies and took him in for questioning, the outlet said. By the time the taped interview ended, roughly 20 minutes later, police officers were waiting in the parking lot and arrested Mr. Krause when he emerged, the authorities said. The station aired the interview during its 6 p.m. broadcast that evening, the station said. Mr. Krause has been charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of concealment of a human corpse in connection with the killings of his parents, Franz and Theresia Krause, 8 years ago. Prosecutors say that sometime between July and September 2017, Mr. Krause strangled his parents and then buried them in the backyard of their home on Crestwood Court in the Whitehall section of Albany. In the interview, Mr. Krause claimed that he had killed his parents as an act of mercy, to save them from deterioration as they aged. He told Mr. Floyd that he had killed his father with his bare hands late one night, and then strangled his mother with a rope after she had laid her head on her husband's chest for hours.
Yeah.
He added that he had done his duty as a son, telling Mr. Floyd that the situation was regrettable. According to their birth years provided by the court, the parents would have been in their 70s and 80s at the time. In a manifesto rife with anti-Semitic and bigoted remarks that Mr. Krause shared with the news station, he referred to a handful of people, Zionists, Governor Kathy Hochul, and recipients of Oxford's Rhodes Scholarship, as domestic enemies, and asked that he be prosecuted under German law. Mr. Krause was arraigned in Albany City Criminal Court on Friday morning, where he pleaded not guilty. He was ordered held without bail and returned to the county jail, Lee Kindlin, the Albany County District Attorney, said on Friday. Mr. Krause's lawyer, Rebecca Sokol, said on Friday that she had major concerns and legal questions about the newscast, which she said looked remarkably similar to police investigations. Lots of people made a judgment about what happened, and I would very strongly urge the public to take a breath. Everyone is entitled to a rigorous defense, Mr. Krause included, she said. To Mr. Krause's account during the interview, it was late on an unseasonably cool August night when he decided to kill his parents. They had been faltering, he said. His mother had taken a fall, and his father had cataract surgery and could not drive. Mr. Krause said he felt that his parents had implicitly asked him to take their lives. He described strangling his father quickly and how hours later he turned to his mother and finished her. Days later, he buried them in the yard, he said. He then continued to collect their Social Security benefits and donated it to people who were starving in the Philippines, Mr. Krause said. Mr. Krause made a presidential run as a Democrat in New Hampshire in 2020, the Times Union reported. He campaigned on a platform of dissolving the presidency and promoted a series of anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, the newspaper said. Mr. Kindlin and the Albany Police Department said the investigation into the Krause's disappearance began in May, when Social Security Administration investigators asked the police to help conduct a welfare check on the Krauses, who had not been seen for some time. The police had previously been asked to do a wellness check in 2020 after a faraway relative reported that they had not seen the couple in a long time, said Megan Kraft, a spokeswoman for the Albany Police Department. The police were unable to find anyone and were told by neighbors that the couple had moved to Germany a few years before. The officers did their due diligence and cleared the call, she said. No.
Hold on now. I gotta pause this because it's a lot that was said. I mean, I probably should have paused it sooner to hop in and kind of add. But he said that he felt like there were
mercy killing, bro. Mercy killing.
But
that's what he's saying.
It's only a mercy killing if somebody wants you to do it.
Yeah, they gave him a
and also, that's his word. Well, I mean, mom was faltering. How do we know that for a fact? And if it was just a mercy killing, why didn't you report it instantly and say, you know what? Hey, they asked for me to do this. So I'm only fulfilling their wishes. Nah, you took it upon yourself. It's just like, you know what? I think they've had enough of life. I think I'm going to end with
The
it.
way he said it, bro, was like they gave him a wink and was like, "Yeah, take me out, son." He was like, "I got you." And at the same time, he said, "Fuck the apple juice." Is why he did it. What? Swear to God, his manifesto was completely like had no connection at all whatsoever to his parents. Like, what? You just killed your parents and said that the apple juice has made you do it, Loki? This man ran for presidency too. On top of that,
Yeah, that's the part I was like, wait a minute, what? This dude ran for president too. And he was keeping their checks going.
hey, he won't that retarded, and he said, and he used it to fund the presidency and like from like donate it to anti apple juice funds and shit. What the fuck? This man
That
is
is,
psycho.
oh yeah.
Ran ran for president, killed his parents. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
While committing while committing Social Security fraud.
Social Security fraud at the same time.
Jeez. So, I'm just gonna bury him in the backyard.
Tuh.
And now, how many years again was it that he was collecting this?
8.
And this is something I have to wonder. Like, I wonder, like, how long did they live in the U.S.? Because, like, let's say for instance, somebody's been living in the U.S. for say 40 years. Let's say, okay, they said they were like in the 70s, 80s. Let's say for 40 years they were living in the U.S., right?
Mm-hmm.
So walk with me for. They just decided I'm gonna just move to Germany as a senior citizen. I'm gonna move to Germany without telling nobody else. Like, I don't see how nobody else was suspicious.
But I'm still on the fact that straight
be
up.
lying, Yonina. You got to be lying, Yonina. Was he for real? Was this dude's dad a Holocaust survivor?
Who?
This Kraus dude.
Better not be.
Oh my! Oh hell no! All right, it's 2 more minutes. Let's hear it because I'm listening to this and I'm like, huh? Wait, what? This is wild. All right, let's continue.
No missing persons report for the couple was filed at any point in Albany, Ms. Kraft said. But in May, after another welfare check showed the Krauses were not living at their home, the police, Mr. Kinlan's office, and several other local and federal agencies began investigating what they believed was possible financial fraud, as well as the couple's apparent disappearance. Around 9 a.m. Tuesday, 4 months after the welfare check, law enforcement officers arrived at the shaded gray house on Crestwood Court to execute a search warrant. The police took in Mr. Kraus, whose last known address was in Troy, for questioning. There were 2 small trees, 1 peach and 1 apple, in 2 sections of the yard, which struck investigators as an odd sign, Mr. Kinlan said. On Wednesday, cadaver dogs discovered 1 body in the yard, and on Thursday morning they discovered another corpse in a different section of the grass. During a news conference afterward, Brendan Cox, Albany's police chief, said while he believed the bodies belonged to the Krauses, they had not yet been formally identified. That afternoon, Mr. Kinlan said officials were deep in discussion about how to prosecute the case without a positive identification or evidence of how the victims might have died or when. That's when Mr. Kraus decided to tell his version of events. In the middle of those discussions, we received word that he was on his way to a local TV station, Mr. Kinlan said. The police made their arrest right after the interview concluded. My office just sat and watched with everybody else, Mr. Kinlan said. Mr. Kraus's actions have shocked residents in Albany and well beyond with his blunt and detached treatment of familial violence. This is so beyond the pale to contemplate the hatred in someone's heart to be able to do this to their parents, Governor Hochul said Friday. On Crestwood Court, the scene outside the Krause home Friday was quiet. Neighbors said they often observed Ms. Krause sweeping the driveway in front of their home or her husband planting tomatoes. Their son came by regularly to mow the lawn. The couple, neighbors said, did not seem visibly unhealthy and they took daily walks until one day they seemed to disappear.
That's what I just was talking about. I'm like, he's saying that, son, we're ready to end it. Go on ahead and come take us out. And I'm like, that's according to his word. How do we know that they weren't perfectly fine and healthy?
They probably fucking were. He was tired of fucking taking. He was tired of taking care of their asses. That's the problem.
He was like, man, I'm tired of driving you up there to go pick up your checks. Or wait a minute, they was getting checks to come to the house. Well, I'm tired of taking you to your doctor's appointment. I'm tired of taking you to the mall when you want to go to the mall. And also, it would be really nice if y'all got out of here and I can get these checks. Wow.
He just straight up killed his people and said, they gave me a wink. They said they was ready to go. No, the fuck they didn't.
How do you know that wink meant that? How do you know it was a wink? I could have had some dirt in his eye.
Nah, he said he was ready to go. He said he was ready to go. And my mama, too.
So, his wink meant both of us. Like, what? What are we doing here?
Killing parents.
Marie Calabrese, who has lived in the house next to the Krauses for more than 40 years, said she was startled when they disappeared.
Remember what I said?
Yep.
If they've been sitting there, I'm like, how long they've been living in the U.S.? And I just randomly said, if they've been living there, let's say 40 years. Turns out that's how long they were at least living in that house. You're going to have people who's like, they didn't tell me bye, nothing. I mean, is the house up for sale? Anybody, are they renting out the house? Like,
Son's still in that bad boy chilling.
But here's the thing: that if the son's still in the house chilling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then what about his place? What happened to his place?
He's been living with his parents this whole time.
No. Didn't it say that he had another place and he was coming by to like do the yard and shit every now and then?
He started living in their house though.
That's what I'm saying. That don't bring any red flags that, okay, yeah, dude just used to come by every now and then. But
Now
yeah, all of a
every
sudden,
day.
he moved out for the last 8 years. All of a sudden, he's just here.
Crazy.
I mean,
they just let the shit happen.
I mean, granted, there are cases where parents could, you know what, hey, we about to dip out. But if you're on Social Security, I don't know what they did before they retired. But how much money do they have sitting aside that they could afford to be like, yo, you could just like stay in the house rent free and we're going to move to Germany. Take the house. It's all yours. I mean, you need money in Germany. How would they furnish to just up and move?
Don't they take care of old people in Germany?
If that's, but it's kind of like here. If you paid into the system, how are you just gonna go over there and then they'll just open it up for any old people to come in?
Shit.
Yes, I did hear about that. But this is.
I just thought the whole thing got me because it came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I was just bebopping down, looking at this article, and I was like, damn, I just heard about this dude that like got caught from killing his parents. And you know how most serial killers and stuff are, they
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how you're going to talk about this on Tuesday, but they always tend to fuck with their parents first, which sucks. But I'm reading it, and I'm reading it. I'm like, oh, he gave them the whole Oh, it's a mercy killing. Okay, cool. I got to the mercy killing part, and I was like, oh damn, that sucks. He mercy killed his, his old people. But I'm looking at their age, and I'm like, damn, they're not really that fucking old either. And
No,
then
they're
I'm
not really that old.
they're not that old. And then it's like, what? This man said his daddy had
There are
cataract
plenty of
surgery.
people in their 70s. There are plenty of people in their 70s and 80s who are out there still living their life. Hell, half of Congress is that damn age.
Yes.
I had to like, hold on. Okay, let me play the rest of this because I want to put him on the screen so y'all can hear him say it in his own words, and so y'all can see also how crazy he looked when he said that.
Lorenz Krauss had told her that they had moved to Germany, but she was surprised they had left so abruptly without saying goodbye, especially so soon after planting tomatoes. When she learned that they had been buried just yards from her house for so many years, she said she was stunned. It's so very, very sad, and I feel bad they were so isolated, Ms.
See, you're stunned because you don't pay enough attention. You're not catching the signs. If that's my neighbors, I'll be like, something don't smell right about this. I would have been talking to somebody. We might not have figured out that, okay, old boy did what he did, but I guarantee you the whole neighborhood would have been talking. I don't know if y'all remember the show, the old movie back in the 80s, The Burbs, Tom Hanks, and they were worried about the little mortician dude who moved in across the street.
Ooh.
They were at least talking, huh?
Which one was it?
You probably don't know about The Burbs. Burbs is an old school movie. I guess now.
Tom Hanks.
Old.
Hold on, is that Tom Hanks's one?
Yeah.
Or yes, then I do know. I do know The Burbs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's
crazy
see.
ass
The
white people crazy.
Shoot. Oh wow. I forgot all these people were in there. It was Tom Hanks, Bruce Dern, Corey Feldman, Carrie Fisher, Wendy Shaw, whoever that is. Henry Gibson played the little creepy dude across the street. Let's see, Corey Danton. But yeah, that's the main people you need to worry about. It's like, yeah, that was, it was weird. Oh, that's the other neighbor, Rick De Cumming.
See, you should have been out there killing neighbors instead of killing his parents. Them niggas knows. Why you don't in my people's business?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should have known that something was wrong after they planted the tomatoes and left. Damn, bitch.
Wow. So let me drop this down and show. I found a video over here. There's a couple of videos, so let me just let's go to the YouTubes real quick, and so we can get this guy on the screen so y'all can hear him say it in his own words. Oh, I think I want to see this one too, but let's go on ahead. This was the interview.
Good evening and welcome to CBS 6 News at 5. I'm Greg Floyd. The CBS 6 exclusive on-camera confession from Lawrence Krauss, accused of killing his parents, has been viewed now by millions of people worldwide. Tonight, we are asking how that viral video could impact his case if it goes to trial, especially when it's time to select jurors. CBS 6's Brandon Sabardi joins us live in studio with more on that. Bree.
Greg, our video of Lawrence Krauss confessing to you that he killed his parents has been shared across platforms and has drawn attention well beyond the capital region. Legal experts say that makes the task of finding an impartial jury much more complicated if this case goes to trial.
You suffocated them. You suffocated your parents.
Yeah.
Our cameras rolling as Lawrence Krauss confessed to killing his parents. Now clips of the 32-minute interview are spreading like wildfire, picked up by national outlets and splashed across social media. Legal experts say this viral confession could create certain challenges if this case goes to trial,
I had to pause that. What you
especially
mean
during jury
problems?
selection.
Problems for him? Who gives a shit?
Going to make a motion to change venue. They're going to make a motion to change venue. They're going to say that so many people have seen it, that they've already formed an opinion as to whether or not he's guilty or not.
If Krause's case goes to trial, attorney Greg Rinke believes it's likely it would be held outside the capital region.
But I also think defense counsel.
Yeah, I could stop that because he's pissing me off. I don't care about if we have to move it so that we won't have an impartial jury. This dude said live, I did it. What else cares if he get I don't care if he get a fair trial. Really don't. Let's see. Let's go to Inside Edition. They'll give it to us.
Hell yeah, because the reason they're saying that is because so they felt impartial because of how public he did it, how he like walked in a news station and did it, that the attorney was like, damn, he ain't really gonna be able to get his fair trial, blah, 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 blah. There might be grounds to dismiss it altogether. It's just a mess.
Nope. No, it won't be grounds to dismiss it. You can't dismiss it just because more than likely you're gonna have impartial jury pool. But they can feel like his defense can feel that gives him grounds to be able to move it to another district or something like that, which ain't gonna matter. Millions of people saw it.
He did it anyway.
We're gonna move it to the UK or something? That video is still gonna be admissible in court, so it doesn't matter. The jury's still gonna see that same fucking clip. What they're saying doesn't make any sense to me.
Take it to Canada.
I mean, but still, it's like they're bringing that up from the perspective of the defense.
Yes.
Why?
What about the prosecution?
What about the prosecution who got a guy who was literally giving a confession, uncoerced confession with details and a manifesto, basically? That's like, I guarantee you, let's flip that situation. Let's say it's me sitting there and I make some kind of a statement like, do you think anybody's going to give a damn about if I get a partial defense?
You might not make it to trial.
Yeah, you think anybody's going to be like, well, I mean, I don't think Mark is going to get a fair trial here. I mean, everybody saw the video of him saying he did this horrific thing. So,
and then in the middle of them doing the interview saying that, somebody going to tap a shoulder and say, Marcus committed suicide in his cell. Oh,
I mean, exactly. It's like, come on. Are we being serious here?
He just got Epstein. I mean, Marcus just committed suicide in his cell. So I guess there's no trial now.
Yeah, a cell with a concrete roof with no rafters. Yep.
Okay, and on the first floor.
Yeah. He tied it to his toilet and laid on the ground, and that's how he did it. Well, but the
good old Robin Williams.
No, yeah, I mean, oh goodness.
Father's life. Correct. And then moments later, or a short time later, you took your mother's life on that same day. Right.
It's a stunning confession. A 53-year-old man admits to killing his elderly parents. He says to put them out of their misery.
They made it clear that they were going downhill.
Lawrence Krause's parents disappeared 8 years ago, but they were still collecting Social Security benefits. With suspicions finally aroused, police obtained a search warrant and the remains were found. Just hours after the bodies of his parents were discovered in their backyard, Krause reached out to CBS 6 in Albany and described how he says he killed them in 2017.
Were there drugs involved? Was there a suffocation? You suffocated them? You suffocated your parents?
Yeah.
What did you use to suffocate them?
For my father, my hand. For my mother, a rope.
Krause insisted it's what his parents would have wanted.
My father already told me he has double vision He had a hearing aid. He couldn't hear anymore. His eyes were going. He couldn't drive. My mother, I knew, was not using her turn signals properly. So they were losing their independence and even awareness of the world.
After the 32-minute interview, Krause walked outside where cops were waiting to arrest him.
He killed these niggas because
Despite his on-camera confession in court, a public defender
You see how casual he is?
He killed them niggas because they couldn't drive.
Oh, she's improperly using her blinkers. What?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I mean, I have seen more brutal stories, but like the flippantness of this is probably the most shocking to me. It's like, I mean, I did it. I mean, it is what it is. No biggie. I mean, this dude talks like somebody who, yeah, I'm sorry. I think I did accidentally bump your car last night. I mean,
and I killed my parents last week and buried them in the backyard. Here's my insurance information. Just go ahead and file that report. I'm so sorry about the little ding on your trunk. What did you just say? Wait, back up. You said you did what?
Wild. Yeah. You need to talk about the way the interviewer was in disbelief. I bet most people don't expect somebody to be like, yeah, I killed him, and I strangled him out. Mm.
Yeah, I used my bare hands.
With my dad, I used my hand, but Mom, I think rope was a better choice for her. It's like, what? Oh God.
Motherfuckers are crazy, bro. Motherfuckers are crazy.
Yeah. Thomas says, sound like Krause used health issues to take out his parents to get an inheritance. Shaking my head. I heard a lot of stories like this in Texas, Oklahoma, and Mississippi. Yeah, I've heard a bunch of stories like that. I mean, there was one I just saw not that long ago where, oh boy, his parents said that they were about to cut him off. And so, since he was the only kid of like both of them, he believed like he would have gotten all the inheritance and stuff to certain things, and since he's the oldest, something like that. Anyway, this dude decides after Thanksgiving, I'm gonna wait till the rest of my siblings and family members have all left, and then I'm gonna kill my parents. And so, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait till Dad. I know Mom's gonna be out shopping, so when Dad comes home, I'm gonna kill Dad first, then stage it to look like he had killed my mom when she got home. That was his plan. Now the plan like completely fell apart. His father was fighting him and everything, and so there's cut marks and bruises and all kind of stuff that kind of made it very hard for it to look like, oh well, father just took out his wife and then took himself out. But yeah, I've heard stories like this of people deciding that they want to take out their relatives for, financial gain. It's a sad and horrible thing. Like they say, the root of all evil. The root of all evil.
Money is crazy. It's honestly his consciousness of the tax fraud and his calmness of just doing it. He crazy.
That's the reason why I do think that you should at least once a year have to go and like, hey, I'm still here, or somebody comes by the house. Can't just keep getting this check and no check-ins with nobody. They need to physically see somebody. I mean, hell, even if it's through a Zoom call. But y'all need to find a way where stuff like 8 years, y'all let this go on?
Yeah.
But here, let me close that out. And so, what was the next story that I was? Oh yeah, let me throw this out there before we hop on to anything else. Thomas did bring it. Not Thomas. Ottis. Ottis brought up what was it? Chevron, which is the largest oil refinery on the West Coast, was up in flames. It might still be up in flames right now. That thing looks crazy if you see it. Let me see if I can find it. But I guess this happened not that long ago also, so it's not like this is unheard of, but it's pretty crazy. Okay, so there it is. I'm going to share this with you real quick. So this is Chevron and El Segundo refinery.
God damn.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't ready. I mean, he said it was pretty bad, but I didn't know.
Chevron Refinery. Good evening. I'm Cher Calvin.
And I'm Rick Chambers. There was about a 15-minute period where we saw that the flames looked as if they were out. Now things are back to where they were. Let's go up to Gil Levis. He's overhead in Sky 5. What happened, Gil?
That's right, Rick and Cher. We're pretty excited up here in Sky 5 when we saw the fire go out. In fact, we saw less and less flames coming out of this area, and then all of a sudden, like you said, about 15 minutes ago, it just went out and stayed out until about 2 minutes ago when it just erupted once again here. So it's not any worse, although it's a little bit heavier flames coming out right now at this moment, but it really hasn't spread to any other portion of the refinery. But the good news is the fire department's there on scene, and they're monitoring it. They're putting water in the area here. You can see a heavy ladder pipe here that's set up. It's a remote control. There's no firemen up there, but they are continuing to douse the area with that water to cool it down. But again, it looked like a good turn of events here when that fire finally went out, and it's unclear why it re-erupted here. It's not clear about exactly how that happened, but it's back on fire, putting up some smoke in the area as well. The good news is the area has cleared of any of the fog layer that was coming in here. We can see a whole lot better. And to the left, the burn off here on these two large pipes continues to go, although they have changed in their intensity at times. In fact, when the fire did go out there for about 15 minutes, they were burning quite heavy, but now has calmed down a little bit as the fire has erupted in this portion. Although I can tell you that it's just this portion of this very large refinery that's on fire right now. It really hasn't spread to any other structures here, but we're seeing some pretty intense flames coming from this area as it is. But I can tell you that when the fire was starting to go out, we zoomed in, and it looked like we had a question whether it was the portion of the building that was on fire or a pipe.
Yeah.
And it looked like it was a very large diameter pipe that caught fire here tonight and exploded. So again, it is back on fire right now. So we'll see what the officials try to do here at the refinery to mitigate that.
Yeah, and Gil, we should add that Chevron is saying that there's no danger to the public at this point. No evacuation orders have been ordered, but there is a lot of particulates, a lot of chemicals up in the air. They're asking people just to stay inside so that there's no irritation.
What?
Yeah, that's
Yes, they were doing. They had a shelter in place going because of the chemicals that are burning off into the air, and the worry if this thing got out of hand more than it is. Oh, I'm so glad I got gas the other day. Glad I got a full tank of gas now, because gas prices out here about to go up.
Mm-hmm. Because what the fuck?
I mean, luckily, take a guess. Well, none of my California people say, but how much do y'all think I paid per gallon to fill up?
$7.17.
I'm talking about per gallon.
$7.17 fucking cents.
No, hell no. Ooh, God,
I was about to say.
I had to move out of here. It get to that.
Oh, okay, so what is it? $5?
Some places are $5. I got what, $4.29.
Oh, that's not bad. Wait, is that regular?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's regular.
Mm.
So it's plenty of people
Okay.
who I see. Oh, and in certain areas, I saw that 6. Archer's right there said in the Bay it's $4.75.
For regular in the Bay,
Yeah,
dollars. That's what the fuck? It's $2 and some change out here, bro.
we're
I was
talking
complaining. I
about
was
what,
complaining because my
89?
shit was.
We're not talking about 91, 93. We're talking about
Y'all
89,
talking about some 80, 87, 89. That's
87. Yeah, 87. Yeah, you start getting that any of that higher octane. Just like, man, you know how many guys at my job that drive like Denali's and stuff? I can't imagine how much money they put in their tank. There's probably like maybe 4 or 5 dudes at work who drive Denali's.
Yeah, y'all can drive that shit by your goddamn self.
Oh yeah, Cali is rough, but yeah, that's going on. And then also for my New Yorkers out there, do y'all see this other thing that's going on? I seen this, so I said, "What the hell is that?"
So who blew up the gas station?
Look at this.
Who blew that bitch up?
I guess they say a gas pipe went off.
Yeah, all right.
It blew off half the side, blew up a chunk of the building. Yeah, right here. It's crazy. It says an explosion rocked the New York City Housing Authority building Wednesday morning in the Bronx, causing an entire corner of the high-rise to collapse. Video shows a gaping hole in the side of a 20-story building and extensive damage all along Alexander Avenue in the Mott Haven section of the borough. Amazing, no injuries were reported. Which is, let's just rip that little part right on off. I don't know. Things are getting crazy. Oh shoot, am I frozen? Looks like I'm frozen.
Yeah, you are.
Chris H, you said I don't get who is living in California. It is so expensive. But I mean, I'll give this little caveat. I mean, granted, in California, you do pay is higher in California. So it kind of mitigates a little bit of that. But not like, I mean, there's a lot of people in California who they're not renting an apartment. They're not renting a room. Some people are renting a couch.
Which is
I get to sleep on the couch after this time period. There are some people who are literally like sharing a room with a complete stranger. Like they just got 2 rooms in there. Like you grew up with your brother and y'all both had a bed in the same room. You just in there with a complete stranger. Like it's just college or something.
This is not how life is supposed to be, y'all.
Hell no.
You shouldn't have to work 3 jobs just to survive like life.
Dude, you got some of these 3-bedroom apartments with 6 grown men who don't know each other living together. You got people who storage
2
units
bathrooms.
out. Storage unit, 1 bathroom. You got storage units out here that are so expensive because what people do is they get a storage unit and go live in there. Like, it's common for people to live in hotels, or well, not hotels, motels. Hell, I did for months. Literally living in a motel, paying week to week. That is a normal California thing. So yeah, I'm just putting that out there. I mean, some people might hear, man, at what In-N-Out, they're making $20 an hour. Yeah, okay, they need $20 an hour, and that still ain't enough for them to move out on their own. Out in California, you probably need to make at least like 30 an hour with no debts. I mean, no debts, like you're not paying student loans and IRS and this and that to be able to probably have an apartment. And more than likely, you better have a car that's already paid off and cheap insurance. Yeah, in the Bay Area, 120 is low income. I mean, it's kind of that way too. I mean,
Nigga, what?
yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you need to be making, I mean, down here to like send along, support yourself, you need to be making at least like 90, 80, 90. I mean, to like really be like, yeah, I'm good. And not have to sit there and be like struggling.
By yourself?
Or you need to have two incomes.
Marcus. Oh my
You
God.
gotta
No,
have
I
two
can't.
incomes.
I can't live in California. I'm too independent to live in California.
You
I'm
got
trying to kick a dude out the house every 2 seconds.
No, man, that won't work out here. You better get a roommate.
Y'all stuck in relationships based on circumstances. That's insane. I'm so sorry for y'all. A
Oh,
lot
it's
of
a lot
people in
of people
relationships
like
in Cali
that.
right now.
I wonder. I bet you if they did a survey to figure out how many people are married that in that situation.
Like, I hate this bitch, bro. I can't leave though, 'cause she paying half the rent. I'm gonna be homeless if this bitch leaves. Like, what? I hate this bitch, bro. Like, what? You hate your bitch? Yeah, man. I hated her 3 years ago. Are you staying for the kids? No, I'm staying for the rent.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, shoot.
Damn,
Oh, you brought another wrinkle up. You brought about the kids. Some of these people, man, they can't afford it. If they got divorced, not only they gonna have, just the rent that they gonna have struggle to pay. Now they got to worry about paying child support too.
Shit, you can't move out.
Oh, you in some trouble.
Okay, bitch, we locked in for life now. We staying together.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just put it this way: California's a whole different like reality.
That's a different beef. Yeah, that's a different beast out there.
I mean, I get why people be so happy once they move somewhere else. Now, plenty of them will get homesick and forget about all the crappy shit out here on why they left in the first place, and then move right back to it. And it's great for like a year, and they're like, "Fuck, I forgot about this dumb shit." Forgot about or let's say, there's like a lot of people out here who live kind of in the LA area. They'll move to like Inland Empire, or Riverside, so that they can afford to buy a house or whatever. And now that just means you might be driving an hour and a half, 2 hours to work every day.
What?
Yeah, you
That's
drive.
y'all's commute?
Yeah. Till I live.
That's crazy.
I live about 8 miles from my job.
Okay.
On average, it can be anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes to get to work.
8 miles, bro?
Yeah.
Traffic?
Mm-hmm.
You spend all your gas in traffic?
Oh, before I found this other faster way, it used to take me about an hour to work and an hour home, drive 8 miles.
Marcus, my commute to work is 50 minutes, and it's literally an hour and 1 minute exactly from my door. You telling me you going to the Wawa across the street? I don't think I know what Wawa is. You telling me you going to the Sunoco 8 miles away, and it takes an hour to get there because there's too many bodies, because there's motherfuckers stuck in relationships with their baby mama that they hate for the last 3 years because the rent's too high?
Mm-hmm. I've seen, like, I remember when I first moved out here and I lived with my brother at Huntington Beach. And where his spot was, he sat right next to the 405. I get off work sometimes. It's like a Wednesday, 3 a.m. You see standstill traffic on the 405.
Yeah, red lights. I went to LA and one of my homeboys was taking me back to the airport. I thought I was being smart, catching like a 5 a.m. flight. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be like quick shot there, quick shot out. No, what the fuck? Trying to get through LAX or getting to
Oh,
LAX?
oh, my brother was working. He had like one of his he had his main job, and then he had a project that he was working on down at LAX. Catching that during rush hour, it would normally be maybe a 45-minute drive. He was taking 3.5, 4 hours sometimes to get home.
Nah, bro. I'm fighting. I'm fighting. There's no reason at all. You getting beat up. Somebody's getting beat up.
No, so I get why people start losing their minds out here.
Why they not revolting in Cali? Because like, if anybody need to be revolting, it needs to be the people of California. Like,
and that's the thing. They've been forcing people to have to come back to work.
What?
So I know like Wednesday is the worst day to have to be on the road because
everybody has to be at work by that day.
Yep, most people are at work. So all these people who normally work remote half of the week are coming in on possibly Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, or all three. Like they've made it now at our job. All the people who work remote, they typically have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday to be in the office.
Damn.
And so since my job starts at 8 a.m., I'm sitting through rush hour traffic on the way to work and on the way home. Yeah, but I know y'all don't want to hear all about the crazinesses of living in California. Oh, don't even get me started on parking situations.
I bet y'all can't park no fucking where.
You literally are like calling people like, hey, so when you getting home? How much longer before you get home? I think probably about 45 minutes. Okay, then I'll wait for you to get home and you save my spot.
That's insane.
So I'm like,
save my spot.
Yeah.
I'm finna be upset.
Or you can park about 4 blocks away.
No. Sorry. I'm so sorry. That was so real too. What? No. Fuck no.
So a lot of times when I just be a homebody, you see why. And then on top of that, imagine going to Walmart pretty much any time of the day, and every line you standing in is going to take you at least 15 minutes long to get through the line. So not only do you get hit on the parking, get stuck there, get hit on the traffic, you get hit when you go in the store waiting.
I couldn't do it. I can't do it.
Hell,
There's too many bodies.
Let's say, for instance, you wanted to go to. It's been a while since I've been to McDonald's, but like last time I went to McDonald's and got a double quarter pounder with cheese and got it large. That's like $24.
Marcus. That place sounds like ass. Okay. Just gonna throw that out there. It's to a point where it sounds like California is ass. Okay. I thought Virginia was ass. No.
Oh man, you got it good. You don't even know. Man, it's so many.
I need to stop complaining. That's
y'all don't even know how good y'all got it.
Yeah, I need to stop complaining because what the fuck? $24 for McDonald's. Kill yourself. 40 fucking minutes, 8-mile drive. The fucking I'm literally driving 8 miles from my house. Like Walmart.
Yeah, don't have a family of 4. Woo!
Man, fuck the kids. They're not eating. Did they work today? Have they been out on the side selling goddamn bottles of water at the stoplight? No. I don't know what's going on there. I hate to tell you about your bad luck, baby.
Well, I don't know how they have to fight for the spots of some of the gypsies who are out there.
Jesus.
Because we got the gypsies out there too, and then you go through Walmart parking lot. You got the I'm a former addict, and this church has helped save me. Can you donate to my church?
Man, fuck you.
you got beggars galore out here.
You know how much? Look, I gotta tell you, man. Like, first off, fuck you. Second of all, do you know how much it costs at McDonald's today? I was just start talking to them about all types of shit. It was so much. McDonald's was so expensive today. I know you ain't ate in 3 days, but listen to me talk to you right
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's interesting out here. I see Michael's in the chat. What's up, Michael? But let's oh yeah, that's right. So I went into those couple of stores. Which way did I want to do this? Did I want to go into I'll go into this one first.
Which one?
Did you hear about this kid, 17-year-old kid, Charlie Kirk supporter?
Going around to these motherfucking schools and shit.
Here, let me show you. Let me just play the story for you.
Okay.
When I saw this stuff, I was like, "Are we serious? This is what we got going on now?"
Yeah, they already made a new one. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Let's see. Here it is. So this might be breaking for some of you guys. May not have heard about this, but this is part of why I want to do that segment on Tuesday about the internet and online and so
70 miles per hour. That's how fast cops say a 17-year-old was driving when he mowed down 2 teen girls riding on an e-bike. Now, video has surfaced of the suspect shortly after the crash, laughing on a gaming site.
It's the creepy laugh of an accused killer. We're learning new information about 17-year-old Vincent Battaloro, accused of intentionally slamming his Jeep into 2 best friends as they rode an e-bike. According to just-released court papers, police say he was driving 70 miles an hour when he plowed into 17-year-olds Maria Niotis and Isabella Salas. We found this video of Battaloro on a gaming site talking about pranking Maria by sending a pizza to her house. She reportedly had spurned his advances and had filed for a restraining order against him.
Hi, can I place an order for delivery, please? Can I get 2 large pepperoni pizzas? It'll be cash at the door.
He then lets out that demonic laugh. He tells viewers it's all because allegedly Maria had made fun of Charlie Kirk.
Whenever Maria sees the pizza guy come, Charlie Kirk for making fun of his death. Stupid clown.
A fellow gamer asked he'll drive to Maria's house to watch the pizza be delivered.
Oh, I did that the last time, but the mother saw me pull up in the car, and I got tracked, and the police, did what they did.
Battaloro made the video 9 days ago. On Monday, when the 2 girls were killed, police say Battaloro fled the scene before they found and detained him and issued him an astonishing 15 tickets. But he was not arrested because he claimed it was an accident. The next day, Battaloro went online to express his senses.
In a neighboring town, unfortunately, 2 girls were killed.
Yeah, let's stop that for a second.
What?
15 tickets, and he's released because he claimed it was an accident.
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you marinate on that one real quick, Till. So, what do you think?
An accident? That doesn't make sense. He ran them girls over. That's no accident. He got into a car accident when he hit them.
Even if you did claim accident, he should have at least been locked up for
a day.
Potential involuntary manslaughter. At minimum, that's involuntary manslaughter right there. How? And people say we don't live in that, we don't live in a system where people get treated differently, special treatment. You cannot tell me. You cannot tell me if he was anything but a little white kid that he would not have went home.
That's why he did go home.
I mean, I know I'm probably spoiling this for something that I'm gonna say on the show, what I'm gonna do Tuesday, but I am blown away at how many times that it gets to this level, and these white kids have been able to get away with cops this, oh, okay, well, we don't think he's a threat. We're not going to worry about it for now. So let's just let him go. And then when they do so, I never thought he was going to do that.
Well, I didn't think that he would have done that. I know. I would have never thought that he didn't really mean it was just an accident.
Thank you, right here. There is no explaining this without white privilege, full stop. I mean,
I think that's beyond white privilege. That's beyond white privilege.
The only case I saw like this where it was a non-white person, a black person, happened in the UK.
So he ordered pizza. He's been stalking them.
Yes, stalking
harassing them,
online harassing them, bullying them,
and then killed them.
Yes, because of they
saying something about that white boy.
And here's the thing: she didn't even say anything. From what I heard, it's a repost. Or she commented to a repost like, haha, whatever.
How did he find out it was her? He must want to know what? He must have wanted her, and she was like,
he did. She shot him down. The one on the left. And when you go into the stuff he's talking about, he goes into the whole Andrew Tate thing about these slutty girls and wearing makeup and all this stuff like that. And like,
okay,
super
I would like to talk about that.
Yeah,
I do want to talk about that for a second because I've noticed that, like, I understand that humans all react to trauma differently. You know what I'm saying? I've had my share of traumatic experiences with the opposite sex. That does tend to sometimes put a damper on your dating, or it puts a bad taste in your mouth at times. But as you get older, you got to understand, like, okay, that person just doesn't want to deal with you. That person just don't want to deal with you, or whatever. And sometimes it's hard to swallow that. But in recent years and stuff, these men that, like, I don't even know what to call them. I don't like calling them red pills, blue pills, whatever the fuck they are.
You got to call it what it is. It is, a lot of this is red pill.
But like these dudes, because unfortunately I feel like this rhetoric came from like a religious background as well. Because I noticed that growing up Kojic, a lot of religious men live like this too. We talked about it beforehand, and I'm sorry if this seems vulgar or vulgarity, but it just seems as if dudes love fucking them sluts. They love fucking the sluts, but they like marrying the virgins. And I get, the cleanliness, I guess, whatever they put over it. I was like, but when men get so adamant on wanting to bash a woman because she didn't pick you, that shit is crazy. That's mad psychotic, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
that's mad psychotic. And then the group all women in the
we used to just take that shit on the chin. She don't like me. Oh well. A worst case scenario, you had a dude who was like real rude about it. Well, fuck that bitch.
Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, the fuck you, bitch.
And that was the end of it.
But it be things like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be moments where it's like dudes will be so quick to say, oh, well, she's a slut anyway, or whatever have you. And it's like, is she, or are you just mad she don't want to be your slut?
Yeah, I mean, and granted, I get what you're talking about, like this pervasive mindset that's starting to go through this younger generation and it's being spread by this. Like, this kid started off as a content creator doing baseball. He was all about baseball, playing baseball, video games. That's what his channel was all about. And then he started getting into the red pill stuff. He started getting into the Charlie Kirks. He started getting into, I think somebody mentioned Fresh and Fit. I think they mentioned, Andrew Tate, and they start getting into that little bubble of these red pill content creators. Now, I'm not saying that that is the sole reason why he did this. Obviously, there's psychosis that was going on along with this, but it seems like a lot of their content is being the extra thing to push these red pillars. And before it was the red pillars that you were seeing doing this stuff, a lot of it were the incel community. And this is, I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if he might have had a little intersection with the incel, because incels were they talk like that. I can go into I don't know how many cases of incels who it started with them liking a girl, getting shot down by girls, and then now turns to misogyny and hatred of girls, and now I want to punish girls. I mean, so many incel killers not only were going after just girls, they're going after couples in general. So yeah, this was completely motivated by, I mean, where was it at? Yeah, Michael says, what the heck is that? Michael says, it is beyond white privilege, you're right. He's motivated by the Kirk thing. He's retaliating for getting shamed for it. I don't even know if it's being shamed for it. I think because we have so many people of power and of influence who are out there saying, well, anybody who said anything about Charlie Kirk, this need to happen to them. I'll give you a perfect example. I don't know if y'all know about Knight's Talk or Stevie Knight, where he was talking about, yeah, these people were talking about Charlie Kirk, then whatever you want to do to them, whatever, this needs to happen to them. And when you put out that rhetoric to unstable people, especially a lot of these people who are very, very online, it's easy for you to desensitize yourself to actual real human beings. And when you can start doing that, it makes it more likely that you can go out and hurt people and be dangerous. I mean, I would even throw out another thing, and I don't know, I guess to whoever I offend, I apologize when I say this. Let me drop this down so you guys can look me in the face when I say this and know that I'm not being. I'm not trying to be offensive when I say this, but just like I've talked before about how descendants of slaves have passed down trauma from slavery. Maybe you might not have did it. Like,
talk that shit.
How many black people who they are terrified of dogs? Why are they terrified of dogs? Well, what did maybe some of their ancestors have to deal with through the civil rights, through being chased by slave catchers and all kind of stuff like that. And so, if in the psychiatry community, they've already showed that traumas can be passed down, then why wouldn't other behaviors be passed down? Just like the urge of violence. And some of these kids who are descendants of slaves, slave masters, some of them already have violence that is passed down. A sense of entitlement, a sense of I can do whatever I want to people. That if you offend me, I'm the only person that matters. The world needs to suffer because I was offended. And I think we're seeing that in a whole lot of these damn school shooters, these incel community, and cases like this, where he feels like, you dare insult Charlie Kirk? You little whores, you need to die.
That's so crazy.
And then we have our law enforcement, which he's just an innocent old. Yeah, I said goofy stuff like that when he's an agent. I didn't do anything. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you didn't do anything. But what you were telling me is that in your mind, you were already flirting with that kind of dangerous ideology yourself. And the only thing is we got lucky you didn't have some girl break your heart and you decided to do the same shit. Because I can damn sure tell you this. In a lot of Black and Hispanic communities, we don't play around and joke around like this.
Fuck no.
We don't talk about, you know what? I've been kind of thinking about shooting up my school. I'm just playing. We don't talk like that. But I'm seeing how pervasive this shit is. And I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be racial, but I'm telling you how pervasive I see this shit in the white community. And some 15-year-old or 60-year-old white kid who feels a certain type of way, and they think, you know what? I really like what happened in Columbine. I want to do that too. Like, what?
You want to shoot up the school?
Who? And then it's never, and even the ones who got bullied, it's never, I'm going to go and attack the people who bullied me. No, I'm going to just wait 10 years later and just go attack a whole group of other people who had nothing to do with me, who don't even know me. Like, what? I agree, Michael. I agree. I got to say this so we keep the whole conversation fluid. Yes, these things can be passed down, but it's also possible that we can assume these things have been inherited because of biological determination. We still need discernment. Exactly. It's just like the sickle cell trait travels down through most Black people. It doesn't mean it's going to be in effect in every single one of them. What I'm saying is these things can be passed down through us physically, through blood, psychologically, inherited, through just our genes and within our cells. But it's up to us to control that. It's up to us to guide that. It's up to us also to see when you have people around you who have these possible dangerous, dangerous episodes in their mind. What was his name? James, I can't think of what his last name is right now. I'm blanking on it, but the Aurora shooter. At a young age, he was saying that he'd be having conversations with people and he'd just see like a saw in the air just cutting their arm off. Who thinks like that? He was obviously thinking that way. The kid, Kip Kinkle, he was hearing voices telling him to harm people. Now, of course, faith-wise, I believe that he was being influenced by a demon. And I believe a lot of these people were. But what I'm saying is, this is something that I feel a lot of law enforcement, a lot of shrinks are just ignoring because it's so pervasive in certain communities. And because, well, you knew 4 or 5 other people who talk like that and they didn't do anything. You think that you don't need to worry about this person here. No, even those people who didn't do anything, you need to worry about them also, because say they don't go and kill somebody. What if they just treat everybody around them like crap and then make somebody want to take themselves out? I don't know. I'm get off my soapbox, but I don't know. What do you think, too?
No, I feel the same way because they have a abundance of trauma. They have trauma too. The trauma doesn't. Okay. Do people think the descendants of Genghis Khan are just peaceful motherfuckers too? You know what I'm saying? It's not just. I wouldn't say just white people, but like you get my drift. Like
what you saying? Yeah.
Like no, that's not how it works. It works in both ways. The traumatic people have traumatic experience that paralyze them, that make shit hard. And you also got the motherfuckers that win all, you know what I'm saying, that are trifling as fuck and then they win in a sense. They're gonna keep that mindset.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't they?
And I'll say, even on our side of the fence, some of the trauma that's been passed on to us, some of them react in a way of anxiousness and worried and scared of certain things. Some of them react in a way of wanting to put that violence back onto somebody else, whether it's in our community or another community. And that's when you'll have some of those black people who just have a hatred for anybody non-black.
Yeah, because all kinfolk ain't skinfolk.
Mm-hmm. And so that's what I'm saying. All of these different things contribute to the mental health of this country. Everybody tries to act like, well, we don't have to worry about this or worry about that, and cutting funding and all that. The byproducts of how this nation was founded, no matter how much people try to die. Yeah, let's ignore reparations. Let's ignore this. Let's ignore all the genocide that happened to found this country. There's still a consequence to it, and it gets passed down. And because there are so many things that nobody wants to deal with or talk about, it is alluding and leading to so many more problems. And you don't get rid of a problem by ignoring it. You get rid of a problem by talking about it and addressing it. But
white people been killing people for a very long time.
But like I said, under my religious beliefs, I believe that we're in Mystery Babylon, and Mystery Babylon has a fate. And so, unfortunately, things are going to come to pass that are going to be like this and worse and continue. But that's it on my personal beliefs. Here, let me put on the rest of this video to finish it off. I'm sorry. Oh, unless you had something else you wanted to say.
No, you're absolutely right. White people be killing people, and it's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah. Dang, why the hell don't they want to pop back on there? Oh, there we go. Hitting the wrong button, that's why. And again, please don't take my little rants or whatever as I'm going or trying to attack anybody. I'm just speaking my thoughts and on the mental health on many sides of the fence. And all of us got our own problems.
Not to mention, y'all know, if anybody's going to say some wild ass shit like that, it'll be me.
You're like, I'll be the villain.
Yes, I'm the villain in everyone's story, not Marcus.
In a hit and run crash. I wish my sincerest condolences.
On Wednesday, after police discovered his connections to Maria Niotis, he was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Last night, Maria's mother spoke out.
She wasn't just my daughter. She was my best friend. My sunshine.
The families of both victims released a joint statement calling the suspect a coward of a man who had been plotting the attack for months.
Bro even saw, I remember hearing some of the stuff. He even insulted her mother. He was like, well,
what the?
You know, if stuff happens to her, then maybe it's her mother's fault for not policing her social media.
What?
Yes.
This killed us.
Because there's other people I saw that have talked about this and like went over more and more of his stuff. Because in a case like this, there are all kind of people who first thing they do is they hop online and they start downloading everything, because as soon as YouTube figures out, okay, well here's this channel, all that, we need to delete the channel. And so a lot of times that they're going in and they've gotten already most of the stuff before YouTube's able to delete it or kick or whichever one platform. And then it's typically put up on Reddit, or maybe somebody covers it on Rumble or BitChute, or it gets shared on WhatsApp or in Discord or whatever. But you know, hearing some of the stuff this kid was saying, it's ironic. He's saying that her mother should have maybe watched what she was saying on social media. But what about
Who's
this?
watching what you saying?
Watching him. Exactly. Who's watching what you saying? So that, yeah, I just wanted to, with the whole Charlie Kirk stuff, I wanted to bring up that.
What about the 17-year-old Charlie? I thought you was talking about the Charlie Kirk clone thing they done created, because you know they got a little white boy out here, pretty much with.
Oh yeah, the one who went viral on the plane.
Yeah.
That little douche canoe.
Yeah, got another little douche canoe now, but that's insane. That man killed them girls and was like, damn, shit happens. Damn, shit happens.
Yeah.
And then the police is also like, damn, shit happens.
Well, and that's something like, man, seeing some of this different stuff. There's so many laws that I feel like need to go. I mean, granted. Well, then you know what? That's something I'm going to take upon me. I'm going to start trying to write out some of this stuff and see if I can get it in the hands of people so that they could, lawmakers can start trying to do some of this stuff, because maybe I need to be writing to Congress if I am seeing things that could possibly be done. But there needs to be on the books that if any young person is brought in for any kind of weird things that they're worried about, or they make threats and all that, their social media needs to be gone through immediately. Because there's so many of these cases that I've went over recently, especially, where if you'd have just went and looked at their social media, I'm not saying you had to go back to 2 years ago what they posted. Some of that shit they post 2 days ago. It says some crazy shit that you would have known. Oh, wait a minute. He's talking about doing what? Yeah, we need to get.
If y'all are firing teachers,
Mm-hmm.
put these little niggas under the jail too.
Yep. I mean, it's crazy. Everybody wants to wait until somebody's child is deceased to now start doing the homework. Y'all need to start taking it more serious.
People's kids getting hurt, period. Shouldn't nobody kid get hurt?
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. They wait until somebody's kid is laying cold before they decide, oh, well, now let's check their social media and let's go find out their friends. And then you find out there was 15 people who said that they were worried about this kid as a threat. There's this time where he got kicked out of school and he told a teacher, I'm going to do this to you if I see you again. And all of these warnings that everybody, that law enforcement, I listened to this one case where this kid brought a knife to school and a hockey stick and actually broke a kid's arm with the hockey stick, came in to beat the hell out of people with a hockey stick and had a knife, and actually talked about it. They asked him why he brought the knife. He said to use it. And repeatedly was like, oh, well, it's no big deal. He got on a VPN and ordered some more knives and then eventually did what he did. But there's so much people who are just like letting this shit go and not looking into these people. Or not people, these kids, because most of these people are kids who are doing this shit. And I'm talking about anywhere from like 15 to like 25. And the pandemic had a lot to do with some of these kids too, when they sat at home online even more.
Dog, don't get me started, because you got to understand the kindergartners that are starting school right now are pandemic babies.
That's what I'm saying. Hold that, because I'm telling you, Tuesday we're gonna go in on all of this.
Because this is just crazy. Like, I'm watching these little children.
The whole show gonna be dedicated to that. And you know what? I didn't even think about this, ironically, but yo, look at the shirt that I'm wearing.
Hold on, what did it say? You know I'm blind. Make yourself big, bro.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, make yourself big so I can see it. You know I'm blind.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. It looks like it's frozen up. But...
Oh, juice. You got the juice now.
Yep. For y'all who don't know about Juice, can you tell them what happened in the movie Juice? What that was about?
Juice is a group of niggas in high school, and they got one particular one that's just a little off. That man was just a little off. And instead of his friends, well, they did eventually, but instead of his friends being like, hey, bro, you might need some therapy, them niggas was like, you be all right. And then he wasn't all right. And then he tried to kill everybody. And that's pretty much Juice.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you go unmedicated. Just throwing it out there.
Yep, you got the one crazy ass friend, and you decide, hey, let's go do something crazy. together. And then when it goes sideways and that crazy friend attacks everybody.
Yeah.
I honestly really did not even think about it when I wore this shirt, what I was talking about on the show.
That's funny.
That's wild. I've literally spent half the show talking about teenagers taking out other teenagers, you know, and
Crazy
messed
teenagers.
up. And I'm literally wearing a shirt about it.
About crazy teenagers. Black ones at that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's the reason why, I mean, granted, when I said that it's pervasive in a certain community, I didn't say it don't happen in other communities, because on this show, we covered Solomon Henderson. Do y'all remember Solomon Henderson? Anybody? The black white supremacist?
Wilding.
Solomon Henderson. I'm not even going to go.
White. He was not the Charleston White. He was the what's his
Jesse
name?
Lee Peterson.
Yeah, I was thinking the Dave Chappelle version.
Oh, Clayton Bigsby.
There we go, Clayton. He was Clayton before Clayton was Clayton.
Oh yeah. He was Clayton Bigsby.
He's the real one.
Uh-huh. And then the other one, I can't remember. I don't know how to say his last name, but Axel, whatever. That's the one in the UK. This one, that story was so disturbing to me. Listening to it here, and I'm gonna bring him up. So when you see what this dude look like, tell me this dude don't look like a threat to you. Tell me this dude don't look like a threat at all.
Oh, what the fuck?
And there was so many not Alex, I don't know why I put Alex. I've been kind of mixing his name around. His name is Axel. Come on, back that up, spell it right. But this kid just, I'm like, he don't look dangerous to you?
He don't look dangerous to you. You funny. He don't look dangerous to you? Of course, this nigga looks terrifying.
I mean, he got one of them hard to pronounce African last names. So I don't. This.
Yeah, I'm not doing that tonight.
Yeah, he don't look dangerous to you?
Hell yeah, he do. Put that nigga under the jail. What you mean? People be like, free my cousin.
This was his mug shot.
Do not free that man.
And for those who don't know what he did, this dude went to a dance recital for little girls, a Taylor Swift dance school, and brutally attacked them with a kitchen knife. Yeah. So I'm gonna take this demon off the screen real quick, but that's what he did. These are the victims that died, the 3 little girls that you see there. But those weren't, I mean, there are a couple other people which, I mean, he stabbed something like a total, I think it was like 15 girls and the teacher and yeah, he was just going crazy and had no remorse.
Huh?
Says either that or he's become thoroughly convinced that he's been. No, he didn't even mention possession or nothing. This kid believed. Now I believe yes, some form. I don't believe in possession like the Exorcist type possession. I don't believe that. I believe that spirits influence. they push you. They don't like take over your body and do it for you. So you're still accountable for what you do. But this dude didn't believe in any organized religions. This dude, in fact, he hated all Abrahamic. He hated all religions, and especially Abrahamic religions. He watched multiple videos over and over and over about mass killers and just killings in general. He just sat online just watching people brutally being murdered on video. That's what he enjoyed to watch.
Oh, he was out here watching Faces of Death and shit.
Oh yeah.
Yikes.
That's what he was into.
That's worrisome.
I mean, I hear what you're saying. Michael says he doesn't believe in demons or spirits without more substantial proof. And I say, well, what's schizophrenia? When these voices start getting in your head and start talking, where are these voices coming from? There's something going on. Like I say, y'all ain't got to believe what I believe. But I do believe that there's merit to it. All right. Oh, shoot. We probably better, I didn't even think about some of the other stories we haven't talked about yet. But I guess get some of the more darker stuff out of the way first. And I guess I'll go with the Diddy news.
4 years.
The Diddler. Which technically will be like 3 years.
Yeah.
Because he's going to have like a year time served, basically.
Technically, it's going to be like 2 because you only have to do 76 to 80% of your actual time.
True.
Because it's Fed time. Because it's Fed time on top of it. So you probably only be in there for like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
You know, he was like boo-hoo crying about it, too.
Oh, yeah, he was toe up. I can't believe they don't. Like,
I can't believe I got to do little 2 years, roughly. 2 more years. This dude had already booked interviews.
Yeah,
He thought he was getting
out. Yeah, he thought he was getting out like shit. I thought that was funny. I was like, bro, you're not getting out. 4 years. Mad people was like writing sad things. It was like, no, he's a good dude. And I'm like, what? He's a good dude.
I wonder what he's going to do afterwards. Is he going to turn into like a recluse? Because he still got his money.
Be a pastor. He might be a pastor.
You say he going to go the Mace route?
Yeah. I mean, where else he going to go?
Who going to that church? Not I.
Shoot. Might fuck around and do Epstein's funeral there. Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, I guess he could always go to he can go to another country, start all over again.
What's Diddy doing next? What is Diddy doing next?
Or what he could do, going ahead and sell Bad Boy, take all the rights to that, go get him somebody to stand in as this new record mogul, fund it from the back, and have a front man who's signing contracts and get pumping artists out.
So you want him to go back to being a pimp?
I want him to do.
Right back to doing what he was doing.
I'm just saying I can see him doing that. I mean, what the hell else he gonna do? I mean, he ain't that old. I mean, what is he? What, mid 50s? Late 50s? I don't know. Still a whole lot more life there. I don't see this dude just retiring. He gonna do something.
Retiring from what? Pimping bitches? No, hell no. He's gonna do it again. I mean, he got kids that he can low-key pimp like Justin.
Oh, he ain't gonna retire from that.
Out there. No, but see, you get what I'm
saying? He'll just move to a country that won't care.
He has kids that he can pimp though. He has children Like he can Justin Bieber his children.
Oh, put money behind their careers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he
He's
could
got the
take that
twins
route.
He got the twins and Christian. We're not even talking about the illegitimate kids he stole.
I mean,
Because
yeah.
Quincy and Albie Shore's son and shit. You know what I'm saying? He got
I
all
don't think.
those kids. He gonna be able to. He gonna make some money. Them kids is his kids.
And I don't know. I guess time will tell. We'll see. A couple of years what
I
happens.
can't believe that man got time. I can't believe that man really thought he was getting out.
Yeah. Well, that part cracks me up. Like, you really thought he was getting out? Come on, bro.
That man really started making interviews, y'all.
I knew he wasn't getting no. Even when I first heard the thing, I knew he wasn't gonna get no 10, 15 years, no crazy shit like that.
This motherfucker was about to do a press run.
I also knew he wasn't walking away scot-free. I knew he was going to get at least a couple of years.
That motherfucker thought he was doing a press run. Like, are we all missing that part? That's my favorite part of the whole thing. He thought he was gonna do a press run, y'all. He thought he was gonna get out here like the Clips and be on interviews for Apple Music about beating bitches up and sex trafficking and shit.
Grinding.
Yeah. And they was like, go sit your ass down. Remember when he first thought he was getting out and the judge was like, yeah, nah, go sit down. And made him sit this entire time? Then he had to sit this entire time and thought his ass was getting the fuck out. That shit gotta hurt. That shit gotta hurt. Y'all, that shit gotta hurt. That's funny.
Yeah. So next,
you probably don't because you don't pay attention to pop culture shit. That David kid with the body in his Tesla.
Yeah, I talked about that last week a little bit.
You did? Did you see that he has Harvey Weinstein's fucking lawyer now?
Oh Lord.
He hired one of Weinstein's lawyers.
Well, I mean,
who do you think he's connected? He's not connected to nobody, Marcus. He doesn't have Harvey Weinstein lawyer money. Who's helping this little motherfucker is what I'm asking now. He's not. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know anything about this kid. Nigga, Chris Brown beat up Rihanna. He didn't even get Harvey Weinstein lawyer.
I first heard about this dude because of this stuff.
That's the only reason why I've heard about him too.
And so I'm starting to find nobody's really heard of this kid except for like a handful of people online.
Hello. So who the fuck is this kid, bro? And why does he have Harvey Weinstein's lawyer?
And I'm like, I guess he's been around for like at least 3 years.
That don't mean shit. I'm gonna say it again.
But here, I gotta even put this out. That video I saw that was done 3 years ago, it looked like it was production and money behind it. It didn't look like somebody's little raggedy video that they first starting out. It looked like he was already somewhat established at the point of that video. Let me look this dude up, figure out where he came from. What was his first, song?
I'm trying to tell you.
It's weird. Let's see. His first song. Wait, what? Wait a minute. This song, that Romantic Homicide, was one of his first songs.
Mm-hmm.
So he's only been around for like 3 years.
Mm-hmm. With Harvey Weinstein lawyer.
So he's basically a TikTok celebrity. That's where he comes from. I don't know. I'm waiting to hear more about this story because it's definitely weird. And how is this dude just around this 12-year-old?
Apparently she ran away from school or some shit.
Man, I'm telling you this. if I'm
process
her
of being
father,
emancipated.
if I'm her father, there's no way that that's going down.
I don't think he's around.
Well, if I'm her mother, there's no way it's going down.
I don't know what's going on with this mom. I've been trying to figure out this mom thing since the beginning of this whole debacle. I've been trying to figure out what's going on with this mom. Apparently, the girl was like in 7th grade. Her sister was like in charge of her well-being. I don't know what's up with the mom still. Little girl left school, never came back.
Y'all knew where he was at, and this is California. It's so easy to just call them people and have them show up.
Well, she was on his live. She was on his Twitches, and they were streaming together, and she'd be in the fucking background, and like people knew her and were calling her name in his live and shit. Like there's a lot with this. And then she's dead in the back of his Tesla. Does that make sense? It does not. Makes zero sense to me, bro.
Nope, don't make no sense.
And then I started paying attention to it a little bit, and I was like, all right, cool, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. This might be the new court case of the month or whatever that they're going to come and distract the black community with. But unfortunately, you picked somebody that we really don't fucking know. You don't know this little nigga. He ain't dropped no hot 16 that we give a fuck about. The Clutch just dropped one of the best albums of the year. Who is this guy? And the whole time I was asking, who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Like, oh, TikTok dude, whatever. Who is this dude? The weird shit about the baby being young, the girl being young, now she's up dead. They got the same matching tattoo. She was in the video. Some of the fucking female interests in his video look like her. The music video depicts the murder because the person's in the trunk and all this other wild ass shit. And then you get Harvey Weinstein's lawyer. You skip over R. Kelly's lawyer. You skip over Diddy's lawyer. You skip over Bill Cosby's lawyer. You skip over Chris Brown's lawyer. You skip over Young Thug's lawyer. You skip over so many other black people lawyers. And it went straight to Weinstein? An apple juice lawyer?
Yeah.
Really? How do you have that money? How do you have that money? That's what I just want to know. What money do you have? Or whose money are you using? Or who is this little girl? Like, who is she connected to? Or who was she connected to? Why is it that she was so easily forgotten for 2 years?
Well, I wanted to respond to something too here. You know, Nina said, y'all are leaving out the story about the girl being pregnant. There's no confirmation on that. And I don't like to just throw out something that I don't have confirmation on.
Yeah, they haven't confirmed. And she's a minor, so they're not going to tell us yet.
Yeah, nobody's confirmed that. So I don't want to be, I'm not one of those people who just want to be the first person out there saying it. I mean, I would rather be certain and be behind the curve than throw out some information that's completely wrong, and then that starts to discredit the information we put out because now we're putting out information that we don't verify. You know, it's just about, you know, making sure we protect the integrity of the show and that we can be taken more credible because we actually do try to do our best to vet out what we're saying. Because most of the time, I'm ready to hop on to every conspiracy theory, but I just got to make sure, you know, that I'm doing my due diligence.
But the other question that I have with this is, don't Teslas record everything?
That's possible. That's what I mean. I've heard some people throw out the scenario that it's possible he was already gone and she had possession of his vehicle, and it's possibly like a robbery situation where boom, it turned into a situation. They ended up shooting her, and then or something like that. Tossing her into the back.
Is it confirmed that she was shot? Is it confirmed that she was shot?
I don't know. I'm saying that a possibility of some kind of robbery went down, and through that robbery, in some way, some shape, form, she died. Whether that could have been shot, stabbed, choked, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I also feel like this might have been a setup too to make it look like that.
Very well possible. That's what I'm saying. I don't think we're gonna really know anything until this
Harvey
this
Weinstein's fucking lawyer starts fucking getting the goddamn defense together. Because what the hell? You have Harvey Weinstein's lawyer as a defense attorney. That's like having Cochran. If he was still
yeah, I
living.
mean, those type of lawyers are always going to jump on the big cases. So it could be because, nonetheless, even if you don't have the money and they can go pro bono, there's still a possibility that it brings in attention, and bring in because of high profile.
He's not high profile.
No, I'm not saying that he is. I'm saying the stories.
I know that. But why did this story get to him? I'm back to my original part. What part of the script is this? Because I'm a conspiracy. Yes.
I get what you're saying because there are stories similar to this that are happening all over the country right now.
Mm-hmm. They don't care.
There's probably some drill rapper in Memphis who got some crazier situation going on, who probably has more views than he does, but somehow we're not hearing about this story, or maybe they're only hearing it, on local news.
Well, not even that. Fuck that. A dude just got found out my way with a 12 and a 13-year-old girl that's been on a missing fucking kid flyer. Because remember, we had 50 kids missing in 30 days or some shit out here. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 2 of them girls out of them 50 got found last week in some random nigga's basement, chained the fuck up. I don't see him giving Harvey Weinstein fucking lawyer, and you're part of the fucking bigger case of where the fuck are these Virginia kids going?
Mm.
You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just it's not even him being a musical artist. It's not even him being black. It's just the fact of who the fuck are you, bro? Who are you?
Yeah, I'm hearing people in the music industry who never heard of this kid.
Never heard of this man, bro. You're nobody. We don't know you well enough for you to get. First off, this much publicity. Why do we not? And God rest his kid's soul. I hope that this is real. I don't want this to be a Sandy Hook. I'm sorry if I sound like Alex Jones right now, but who are y'all? Who are y'all people? Who are these people? Why are we caring about this 13-year-old girl that went missing out of nowhere? There's kids going missing every fucking day. Kids getting trafficked every day. Kids getting killed by their parents every day. Shit. The little, God damn it, what's the boy's name that went missing and his parents had killed him just the day of? We were talking about it 2-3 months ago. The little boy out there in Cali with you, Marcus.
Yeah. Crap. Fuck, I remember the name.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah. The husband and the wife, and they said that the baby was missing, and she said, they punched me in the face and said, hola.
You get what I'm saying? Shit like that. You get come on, bro. That type of shit happened all day, every day. That little boy, the parents got found out. The parents did it. Now what? You ain't heard shit about it since, have you?
I mean, I've been following it, but I'm kind of waiting until it gets to trial or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard the initial arraignment. I'm waiting to see trial and then discovery, what happens, because one thing about California, they're not like a lot of these other states, which they don't allow reporters in. Reporters will probably be in that courtroom.
I hope so. I really do. But yeah, it just the whole thing just kind of got to me because I'm listening, I'm watching, and I'm like, okay, body found in this Tesla, open shut case. Now they dragging the shit out. All right, cool, whatever. Girls young, underage, makes sense, sounds about right. It's checking all the other boxes that it's just a regular ass California weirdo. The part that sticks out to me is the fucking Harvey Weinstein lawyer. If you know anything about Weinstein's case, you know he got off.
Yeah, but I don't know if this kid will get off.
Yeah, it's Weinstein's lawyer. What if he does? Now it's one of those things of, damn, no, who the fuck are you? Who is your parents? Now it's gonna make me want to do a deep dive on who the fuck this kid is.
But if it looks like he might be able to get off, I don't see him getting out of this. No way. I don't see him getting out of this. Well, Harvey Weinstein is different because he had connections. he had a lot of connections. And so when you got the connections he got, it's a whole lot easier to get out of something like this.
Here's my conspiracy theory for the whole David thing.
Mm-hmm.
David is actually Harvey Weinstein. They've cloned they took his brain out of Harvey Weinstein's body, put it inside of David's body. And unfortunately, he's still the same nasty old white dude as he was before. So now they got to save his consciousness again. He's like, God damn it, Harvey, golly, we gave you a new body. We made you black this time. And you out here doing the same shit.
Well, I mean, but Harvey wasn't on for no missing people though.
New body, new crimes, bro. He's upgraded. He's doing shit because he's black now. Wouldn't you do shit because you're white? Duh.
I mean, I wouldn't be doing none of that kind of mess.
I know that, but wouldn't you do extra shit if you were white? Like, honestly, I would. I'd go get extra 2 loans. I'm going to 3 banks in one day and getting 2 extra loans. Because I'm white.
Probably be a little bit more lippier with the cops.
Hello? Because I'm white? Fuck you gonna do, copper? Get out of my way. Pushing cops out the way. Yes, because I'm white. I would do extra white shit. I start cutting people in line at the Starbucks line, acting like I don't know where I'm at. Starts talking about, excuse me, I was just wondering. I hate when white people do that shit. Ugh, white people, stop doing that. And at least don't cut in front of me. Don't get to asking the cashier some shit when I'm checking out, because I'm finna turn up. Bitch, you see me checking out. You can't wait till she finish giving me my damn change back to ask your funky ass question. Yeah.
And she's like, well, I got to cut somebody, because either I cut you
or you going to fit to get cut. I'm about to cut you with this goddamn plastic knife that I got in the back after I got my sandwich. Now play with me. Not at the gas station. But nevertheless, I think Harvey Weinstein had his brain swapped. They put his brain inside this little black boy. Little black boy acting crazy. They accidentally killed the bitch. Whoops. Now they got to get Harvey Weinstein's brain out of jail again. But they haven't formally arrested the kid either, so.
No.
There's that. There's that too. That's something else that I wanted to throw out. They have yet to formally arrest this kid, so.
Yeah, it's still more like Get Out.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I guess if you want to, any final thoughts on that?
I'm done. I was gonna talk shit about football and be like, football's kind of whack this year.
No, we still got TikTok to talk about. We ain't talked about TikTok, Trump and Hegseth, and we ain't talk about the government shutdown.
Oh my God! And the government shutdown happens every year. Niggas blowing up my shit, talking about, man, that shit happen all the time. They always can't get their life together.
Well, the only reason why I brought it up is because of the 2025 stuff that might go down. That's a little bit different. Well, the government shuts down, like it shut down in 2024, but the only thing is, how long is it? If it stayed shut down for like one more day or so, one more business day, I know, not a big deal. It's shut down for another week or go longer. Now you're gonna start to actually see the effects of a real government shutdown, because a lot of times they've just been kind of doing like play pimping with it, like we'll shut it down, and okay, the parks will be closed for a couple of days, and they just put up signs at certain things. But like they were saying, the IRS was gonna stay open for the first like 4 days of the shutdown. So if we go past a week, talking about the IRS shutting down, we're talking about we're gonna start talking about other agencies starting to shut down. We're gonna start talking about Medicare shutting down, Social Security shutting down. I mean, that means people ain't gonna be getting checks and stuff. So if the shutdown goes longer, it could you actually start to see what a real shutdown does. Now, do I think they're gonna let it get that far? I think the Democrats are gonna flinch. But if they do flinch, then more than likely you're gonna look at about a good 12 million people losing the subsidies that they get for Obamacare. I know Obamacare ain't great, and it's not the program that I would have ever wanted, but that said, since it's still technically, I think they got rid of the mandate, but you're about to watch some people's premiums go sky high after December. So January about to get real interesting for some people. And then they're also talking about the possibility of a mass purge of a whole bunch of workers. Trump has already gotten with his Project 2025 guys and said, "Yo, which things that y'all want to cut and get fired? Because now's the perfect time. I can do whatever I want." So I honestly think that they may keep it actually shut down a little longer than normal because that'll give Trump the room to go and cut all the crap that he wants to cut. So I'm like, this could be a little different than a normal government shutdown.
Hey, Trump down here in Norfolk. Trump gonna be in Norfolk tomorrow. They got a protest already. I already seen it. All the little groups already got their little protest ready for his ass tomorrow.
Probably everywhere he goes is just protests nonstop.
Gotta be. Man, listen. I ain't saying the president got to be the most liked motherfucker ever. You know what I'm saying? Gotta have some haters. You ain't doing your job if you ain't got haters. But god damn, bro, everybody hates you. I thought everybody.
And I think he relishes in everybody hating him. I think
he does. He does, and it's such a
I
wild
think that
thing.
dude is like, yes, I like that y'all don't like me.
Yeah, like there's a level of like trying to egg it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, being positive, hippie shit. I don't know. But then there's a point in which it's like, nah, your dick get hard because of this shit. You're weird.
Which one part of my brain thinks that like, yeah, he do like the people hating him, and then another part of me is like, he really don't get like that he's making life harder on people, and like it's kind of like somebody who is of a plane and they keep bumping you with their seat, and it's like, you don't realize what you're doing to me, do you? You just don't get why I don't like you at all. And so part of me thinks like Trump just don't get it. Like he really thinks that, yo, I'm doing what's good for everybody, but don't realize you're fucking hurting me.
Nah, he can't. Well, I don't know. That's probably how he is as a husband too. So.
Part of me thinks like, because Trump don't come across as a person who's good at like hiding what he really believes or thinks. He seems like he's pretty easy to read as far as like when he's actually believing something. And I think he do really believe in his mind he is making America better and safer while, you know, stealing as much as he can and embezzling as much as he can out of the system. But I think in his mind, he really thinks I'm doing what's good. Now, granted, I've always believed a big chunk of these Republicans who are ideologically bound really do believe what they're doing is going to be helpful. The only thing about it is all that shit that they talking about and wanting to do is all theoretical. None of this shit has ever been put into practice before. And I don't think they realize this gamble that they've been putting all their eggs in this one basket. I don't think in their mind it's ever occurred to them that they can really do damage and fuck a lot of shit up.
Hell no, because it's not affecting them. For real. It's like, damn, that's crazy. That's happening to them. That's how it is. How it is. Damn, that's crazy. It's happening to them. Who give a fuck? Things do not care.
It's like that person saying, man, why do we gotta have this thing on here? This is stupid. Let's get rid of it. And then they move this little pole out of the way, and then half of the roof fall down. Like, oh shit, I didn't realize that's what's gonna happen. Fix it. That's kind of how I see them. Like, they don't really understand how most things work.
No.
And so they just think that people are doing a bunch of dumb shit for no reason, and we don't really need that. Okay, you're gonna see. Like, and it's ironic. I was hearing about it says something like 60% of West Virginians in December, if Trump do what he wants to, they about to feel it. And it's ironic. The people who voted for Trump is the people who about to feel it the worst. I don't know. It's
No,
ironic.
that isn't ironic. That's how it needed to play the fuck out. We needed that. We needed that in a sense. No pun. Now this is no pun intended. We needed that Trump card to show they dumbasses. This is what happens when you go off of feelings and not logic. You dumb fucker. This is what you get when you want to satisfy the feel goods instead of the needs. Feel goods and want to haves do not ever outweigh needs. You gotta understand, and motherfuckers don't know. They wanted to feel a little bit better. I don't want no negress in the office now. Okay, that's cool. Well, say goodbye to all of your assistants, because Negroes really needed it. Because every time you put niggas in the game, you change the fucking rules. It's unfair. It sucks to have to even say that type of shit, but it's the truth. Y'all put niggas in the mix, now the rules got to change. What?
Yep.
Well, here you go. Y'all wanted the rules to change so motherfucking much? Enjoy the rules changing. Stupid. Now look at you. Voted for that motherfucking ugly ass orange non-hair off rhythm, no lip having. I hated lips, bro. Honestly, that'll be the only thing that I'd ever be like, yeah, that's the stereotypical racist thing that I don't like, and that he has it. No lips. Ugh. Watching him talk is terrible, and then just knowing he's spewing bullshit is even worse. Ugh.
Well, to me, what I probably hate the most is the motherfucker looked fat and frail.
At the same time.
Weak as hell. He looked weak as hell, but they try to act like he's so tough because he can just talk to people any kind of way in polite society. But if Trump, and I'm saying you can even take a 30-year-old Trump, you know, where he still had vigor. That Trump in a reality where people could put hands on him would be the biggest bitch in the room. And these people think he's so tough and so macho. And I'm like, I see nothing but feminine tendencies all over him. He's like a catty woman.
Yes.
I
More than
mean,
a female.
and they think that's tough.
Ooh. Not me.
Look what Kiwi Man said. Well, shoot. I guess I'm a little.
No, it has nothing.
Oh.
And
Did you hear about I think it's was it Veritas? Project Veritas that had somebody on camera. He's like, we're gonna go in and we're gonna delete all the Republicans' names that are in there and only put out the Democrats that are on there.
Oh my God.
Oh boy. But it's a little bit too late because Thomas Massey's already reading names off like crazy. He had dumbass Patel looking crazy.
Hey,
well, crazy
FBI Director Cash. This nigga. What the fuck is wrong with him?
Yeah.
Can anybody answer
mean,
that for me? What is wrong with him?
I mean, I guess what's wrong with him is this dude is just basically a social media influencer. He's probably like, honestly, look at him as like the quality level lawyer as like Better Call Saul, who somehow failed his way all the way up to the top.
Oh,
exactly, Thomas. So that's exactly what I believe. I believe he'd be the biggest, weakest little pussy you'd ever run across. One of them dudes you can just slap in the face, but since he grew up with daddy's money, he can go on ahead and try to bully other weak ass people.
You talking about Trump again?
Yeah, talking about Trump. Sorry, I had to get that out of my system. Reflux. I mean, I don't like a lot of them, but Trump, I guess because I've never liked really arrogant people. I hate arrogant people. I hate people who can't admit when they make mistakes or wrong. Those kind of people just rub me the wrong way. That everything they do is great and they're smartest. And some people think that shit's funny that when he acts like that. I don't. It's just fucking annoying to me. Trump is just annoying to me. Period. That's why it's a hard time listening to a lot of his stuff. Just like I didn't really want to listen to too much of his speaking to the generals, him and Hegseth. I mean, but I caught some of the highlights or lowlights. And I don't know, did you hear what Hegseth and Trump were saying to the generals?
No, because I thought the meeting I thought what he was doing, I thought what was happening tomorrow was what I missed. Because if I'm not mistaken, he was around the corner for me for that too. Excuse me.
No, it's probably going to be spreading on more of what he wants to do. But in a nutshell, what he kind of the biggest takeaway I got from what he was saying is how he wants to use the military as training grounds. He wants the training grounds actually in metropolitan cities. So he want to roll out active duty military to, I think it was like 15, 20 states, and try to use them like in downtown Chicago as like the police instead. And he's like, they need to be training in the war zones, like in America's war zones. Yeah.
There goes the martial law.
That's exactly. Remember what you wrote to me about martial law? What? That's why I was like, it's funny that you mentioned that, because this is literally what he's talking about. And if he's able to institute these troops all over these places, and he does all this during the shutdown, what are they going to do?
Damn, I mean that
Because it affords them certain kind of laws and wiggle rooms with the shutdown. So that's what he said that I caught. That was like, ooh, that could get a little dangerous to what he wants to do.
Yeah, because do your charges now elevate to a federal level instead of a state level since you're dealing with the feds?
I mean, he could just declare martial law and stuff.
Oh.
He can use like war powers acts and stuff like that during the shutdown. There's different things he could do that he couldn't do before. Well, I mean, he was doing shit that he ain't supposed to do anyway. So, I mean,
but now he can do it on a wider scale.
Yeah, now he can do it without having to face a court challenge.
Damn, it's gonna suck if we predicted that too. Insane.
And so I went back and reviewed like when I talked about Project 2025, and I realized like I kind of got cut off and didn't get to go through it like I planned on going through it. And I only got through the first portion on military, ironically. And I believe some of those things now that I talked about in that video back then, they actually plan on starting to try to do it now. Like in that video, I remember I had penciled off to get into the Department of Education, this and I mean, it was like 4 or 5 other topics that I wanted to really go into, which I kind of got cut off and didn't, and I only got to the military portion. But what Hegseth mainly was saying is he wants to get away from any kind of woke stuff, and he wants to institute more PT standards and no more fat generals, as he said it, and he wants to get rid of what else was it? Oh, no more people with beards in the military, unless you're part of teams. And the only a lot of the beard stuff happened because a lot of black guys have, the problems with the shaving bumps and stuff like that. And so they would get medical shit that allowed them to be able to grow the beard. And you just had, per regulation, just had to keep it low. Well, you start having more of these right-wing white guys in the military who had a problem with that. And it's like, okay, yeah, you guys don't understand that the razors actually fuck up our skin. It's not the same as yours, because we have different kind of hair. Your hair, since it goes straight, you have straight hair, it just comes straight out. Our hair a lot of times curls and stuff like that into our skin, creating hair bumps, and it's a problem that a lot of people like Hegseth never have to deal with or worry about. And so hopefully it drives. I feel like some of the things that they want to do, especially if they go into some of the stuff that they were talking about cutting BAH and comrades and starting to cut TRICARE and some of those things, I think you're going to see the military start to just collapse upon itself. And there's another video I saw of another veteran who was talking about some of those things. It's a lot of stuff he said. I don't want to go in full detail of everything, but basic. And then you also had recently they just sunk another boat off the coast of Venezuela, which they claim was a drug carrier.
All right. How much drugs did they get?
They don't know. They just sent the plane and blew the hell out of it, and nobody verified or checked anything.
Yeah,
that's the problem with just attacking the boat. I mean, when we did drug ops in the military, because I did drug ops while I was in the military, they would fleet goes out there, we're out circling in certain areas, we get suspicious boat, there's information that's relayed, we pull up on them, hey, request to board. Plenty of times they'll, okay, they see our big guns and stuff, all right, we'll let you on. VBSS is allowed on, which that's vehicle boarding search and seizure team. So they'll go on, kind of confiscate any drugs and stuff that's found. They're brought onto the ship, then they're given off to the Coast Guard, and then they're dealt with from there. But we actually have the drugs in possession, so we know for a fact, yeah, this boat did have drugs on it. They're just blowing the hell out of God knows who and claiming that. So who knows if these people had drugs or they're just killing innocent people? We'll never know. But that's part of the whole Department of War with Trump and, Hegseth of just doing whatever the fuck they feel like and being cowboy style. I mean, I don't know. I think they're just setting a dangerous precedent. And when you do all these things, I mean, I guess Trump will probably be dead in a handful of years and won't have to ever deal with consequences of anything. But this country will deal with the consequences of all the shit that this administration is doing. Mark my words. I guess that's the last thing I had to say on that. The last topic I have is about TikTok.
Oh yeah, they banning shit.
Mm-hmm.
Israel's out here, Menahum out here fucking talking to influencers in niggas TikToks and shit is crazy. The world is wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like Larry Ellison of Oracle is probably going to be the one that's going to end up buying TikTok. And they've already talked about, already got the ADF sensors in there.
Saudi bought EA Sports. Saudi Arabia bought EA Sports this past week. A lot of technology, a lot of firms, a lot of influence on the next generation and current generation is being dibble-dabbled over on the eastern part of the world. It's crazy. But yeah, Israel got these bans going up. They're going to start making it so that you can't say apple juice or use the emoji. I don't like that. That's weird. They have so many blocks up. You can't really do any anti-Semitic rhetoric. Like they're getting that shit up out of there almost immediately. It's insane how wild. They got the AE. They got that AI company that they own that's on Crunchyroll now. People are like canceling their Crunchyroll account because of the connection. It's insane, right? TikTok, Israel,
Which
How do
at
you feel
least
about
the whole Saudi EA thing, they're not going to be trying to push their views into the game. The game, but social media platform, that's where it's going to get that's where it's going to get crazy.
true shit? And at any point in time, they can honestly like cut their contracts with people making like, game producers altogether if their views start to differ.
Yeah, but I'm kind of taking the TikTok thing by ear. I kind of am a little nervous to do too much on there. I'm like, I kind of want to sit back for a minute and see how this goes before I waste any time on there for my account to just be stricken down later anyway for shit that I've already said. What are y'all arguing about in there? It seems like they're arguing about the Bible.
Jesus.
I'll leave them to it. Yes, I will leave them to it. But I think that's all I got for now. It's going to be an interesting show Tuesday. And once I get the thumbnail ready, I'll pump that out. I'm trying to get that stream set up early. That way people will see it and hopefully all the notifications get out. I'm also curious to hear some of your theories because I'll tell you, I'm not sure exactly the perspective and way that Lainey and Warren will go from. I'm going to kind of go from more of the straight arrow perspective. And then I imagine, Till, you'll kind of go from more of the skeptic view and kind of lean in on some of that stuff. So all the different perspectives and all our bases will be covered, hopefully. The show on Tuesday is, Chris, what time zone are you in? No, Yonina, I wasn't going to cover ICE in Chicago because, it is what it is. The Trump administration is going to be sending federal troops everywhere at some point, and Chicago has always been big on Republicans' viewpoint to go after in every shape and form. So, what's happening is I heard over 1,000 arrests, ICE arrests, have already went down in however long they've been there. So I'm not surprised. Eastern time zone, that would mean 9:30, Chris. 9:30 Eastern. So yeah, I will get that set up probably sometime tomorrow. That way I can already have it together. I won't have to think about it. Yeah, Yonina, ICE gonna do ICE. This administration gonna do what they're gonna do. They don't really care much on facts. They're more about feelings. Right now you got an American citizen. I can't remember where it was. I think Alabama, Mississippi, something in the South.
Mississippi Ford getting called a boy.
He's suing for $50 million because multiple times they keep arresting him, and he's like, I'm an American citizen. And then they have to let him out, then they arrest him again, and let him out, and arrest him again. So yeah, he's suing now. So I just think this whole ICE thing is going to be a hot mess, and I think it's going to lead to Republicans definitely at the midterms like getting obliterated. I think Trump is just going to make sure when people used to say, if elections go a certain way, you might not see any more Republicans winning elections. And Trump is trying to make sure that happens, I believe. But yeah, that's all I have. I am ready to draw this show to a close. I don't want to keep going on and ranting, but I don't know, Till, you got anything?
Nope, that's about everything for me.
Yeah, I know you got your show on Monday.
Yeah, Blunt Force
And
Wisdom
then
Monday night. I'm gonna pop in on Tuesday, help Marcus defend these serial killers. Have you seen the new Netflix series about
what
Gent?
you about what?
About serial killer Gent, the first like cannibal serial killer we had, Ed Gent.
I think I did see something about. I don't think I've watched it yet, but I think I did see something about it.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I
about to.
don't apologize, Michael. You're all fine. You guys can have your debate.
I'm
It's
about to watch it soon. But yeah, that's
um,
all. Show on Monday. Shout out everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you. We
yeah,
appreciate all the views.
Till, I'm gonna sing you that video about that kid Axel in Great Britain. That's messed up. I mean, oh yeah. I guess I'll read Thomas's comment real quick before we get out of here, which he addressed to Yonina. Even those dudes who call themselves FBA are not immune to ICE harassments. Anyone who isn't white is a target. This is what I've been saying from the beginning. So nobody care what I got to say on it, and people gonna do what they do. I mean, I'm too small of a platform for it to really affect anybody to start trying to bond it. So all you're gonna have is a bunch of divided people, and everybody's gonna be dealing with this eventually, because it's very easy to say, nope, you're a Haitian, nope, you're a Jamaican, nope, you're British, you're Canadian, you're whatever. And with how weak the courts are fighting it back against the Trump administration, nobody is coming to save you. So that's my thoughts. And with that said, I appreciate everybody for coming through. I mean, especially since I put this show up last minute, had my difficulties getting it together. Had a bunch of different stuff going on that I was doing. But you guys still showed up, showed out. I appreciate it. Appreciate my lovely co-host Teal for being here, helping this show. And I definitely look forward to what we got going on Tuesday. And again, Lainey, if you're seeing this, that's right. I'm not gonna go into it, but my prayers and heart is with you, and we'll talk to you soon. And if y'all have anything going on, make sure y'all flood over to Warren's show tonight. That said, this has been the Political Matrix. I'm your host, Marcus Young Morpheus, here with my lovely co-host, Miss Teal, and y'all all have a great weekend.
Thanks.
There is discrimination in this world, and slavery and slaughter and starvation. Governments repress their people. Millions are trapped in poverty, while the nation grows rich, and wealth is lavished on armaments everywhere. These are differing evils, but they are the common works of man. They reflect the imperfection of human justice, the inadequacy of human compassion, our lack of sensibility towards the suffering of our fellows. But we can perhaps remember, even if only for a time, those who live with us are our brothers, that they share with us the same short moment of life, that they seek as we do, nothing but the chance to live out their lives in purpose and happiness, winning what satisfaction and fulfillment they can.